Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are, what time zone you are in. It is time for one thing, and that is PBE Baseball. Welcome, everybody, to the semifinals stream. I am your host for tonight, AJ887, and I am joined once again by the wonderfully talented Scud Muffin. Scud, how are you doing today?
I'm kind of tired. How are you doing?
Kind of brought down the energy a little bit there.
Oh no, sorry. Once again, another AJ Scud stream with no Vandals in the semifinals. It's a wonderful Thursday
It
to
is
be a
indeed.
Vancouver Vandal.
It is indeed a wonderful Thursday. Rip Vandals, but it is what it is. I don't know why the home run showed up there. That was not supposed to show up. Okay, but welcome everybody. We have semifinals matches for you. Boise versus San Antonio, Seattle versus Detroit, Brew City versus Amarillo, and Puerto Rico versus California. So quite a few to get to today. These are best of sevens. Um, for everyone not familiar with how we've been doing playoff streams recently, we will be quick simming all of the non-elimination games, and as soon as a series gets to elimination, when a team is when a team has 3 wins in the case of the semifinals, we will begin streaming each and every game so that no one should miss their elimination from the playoffs or their clinching of a World Series berth. Um, okay, fair enough. It has been like 10 seasons, but I don't know. There's been listen. Fine,
We have
fine.
new
It's just a
users. This
reminder.
is
Just a reminder.
we
Yeah,
have
new
new
users.
users.
New users. Yeah, in case there's new users. I don't know.
Not everyone's old.
I'm old, but
Uh,
I am one of the old ones. Yeah, yeah. Season 18. I, wait, have I
you didn't
been?
have to. You didn't have to say it, but
I
you
think
want to throw yourself out there.
after next season, I will have been around for half of the PBE's existence. That's pretty impressive. um,
Is today the 13th?
what's up? Yeah, today's the
Yeah,
13th.
no. Oh, so a week from tomorrow is actually my 1 year PBE anniversary. Me
Nice.
and
One
Punk
year?
actually joined on the same day. Yeah,
Oh wow,
October
nice.
21st. Yeah, no.
I'm not 35, dear. I'm not 35, but my beginning year in the PBE was season 18, and then season 36 uh, would be like the mark of where I've been in the PBE for half of the PBEs exist. Anyway, we got games to get to.
Doggo.
We got plenty of games to get to. So we are going to start us off with the first couple of quick sims. We're going to go into the managed game just to show off the starting lineups, give a little bit of background. So we have Boise versus San Antonio in the Legends Championship Finals. Uh, Last time they met in the playoffs was in the divisional series of season 29 when Boise won that series 3-1. Um,
Hmm.
and they actually advanced all the way to the playoffs, or sorry, to the World Series. They're already
Well,
in
I
the
would hope
playoffs,
they
but
would have.
they're
I
already in the
would have
playoffs.
hoped.
They advanced all the way to the World Series that year. Um, Boise's looking for their first World Series win under this current branding. There was one under the Utah Railroaders branding, but then the rebrand happened, and Boise Raptors as a brand has not won the World Series yet, so they'll be looking for their first World Series ring. The last time that Boise and San Antonio met in the semifinals in particular was season 23. So way back then, when San Antonio won 4-3 and then lost to New Orleans in the World Series. San Antonio, this is their quick quiz, Scud. How
Oh
many
boy.
how many straight playoff appearances do you think the Sloss have had? Like this one included.
Uh, when did Juosa take the reins?
Juos has been around since season one for the Sloss.
I think 35 years is probably my
Not
guess.
quite.
Oh,
Sports Ghost says 12. Oh, season two. Sorry, season two. My mistake.
oh, it's 34 seasons. It's my
But
guess.
this is Lumo got it. Yeah, Lumosity fan. This is their 20th straight playoff appearance. So that is very
Lumo
impressive.
cheated. Lumo
Yeah,
has the index up.
Lumo, did you look at the index? But Sloss, the reigning World Series champs for the past 2 years, looking for their ninth total World Series win. They're currently tied with the Death Valley Scorpions for the most World Series rings in franchise history. So if they win this one, they will be the sole leader in that category with 9 World Series rings. So fun matchup there between the Sloths and the Raptors. Over on the Champions Conference side, we have the Sea Serpents and the Demons. Demons' last playoff appearance was back in season 29 when they actually won the World Series against the Boise Raptors. Seattle, this is their sixth straight playoff appearance. Neither of these teams have faced each other in the playoffs. They've never been in the playoffs at the same time until this season. And they're
Oh
both
wow.
looking for their second World Series win in franchise history. So this is the first time ever that these two teams are matching up in the playoffs, which is really cool to me. I love those little
I
history bits.
feel like I should have been taking notes.
Well, we can clip it for you, and then we'll
Oh,
preview
good.
the minors
Thanks.
games starting on September 26th, since they're not showing up here today. But here we go. Majors game number one for the Legends Conference. Scud, we are going to quick sim this. Who do you think is going to win game one? Quick prediction.
Uh, I don't even know who to even root for. But I mean, we have. I think my Kudowitz was. I think she. They were the wins leader for the Legends Conference. I have to imagine. I mean, both are stellar stars. I want to take San Antonio in this one.
I I always, whenever the Vandals get knocked out of the playoffs, I always want to root for the team that beat us to win it all, so that we can say that we got knocked out by the eventual champions. Like, if we're gonna get beaten by anyone, you want to get beat by the best of the best, you know. So,
Yeah, but I guess in this case, like with the Legends side, like both from our conference, so we had the toughest conference. So
it's true.
I think either way,
Yeah.
it's
All right. Well, game number one of the Legends Conference Finals. The winner of game number one is the San Antonio Sloths, who take this one
man.
3-1. Both teams with 5 hits. Close game though, 2 for 4 with an RBI for Sweetot, 2 for 4 Dave for Sachs Justice, and an RBI for Nacho Man. Svanilay Mikudowicz gets the win, going 7 shutout innings, giving up only 3 hits and 1 walk. Konstantin Kahn with a save, and Derek Rogers Jr. will get tagged with a loss, going 5.1 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. Svanilay Mikudowicz, your player of the game. So game number one to the Sloths.
I called it.
You did indeed. Update
I
the
think in the back
crawler.
of my head, I knew it was going to be a pitching duel, though. So
Yeah, it absolutely was. Very low hit game, low run scoring game, but Sloths come out on top. And that'll bring us
good.
to excuse me, my goodness, Champions Conference game number one. Scud, you're gonna take this one. You want to like hype us up for it?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I mean, both teams are 0-0. Game one of the Champions Conference Finals. Seattle Sea Serpents, Detroit Demons. Winner of this game. Game number one is going to go to the Detroit Demons, taking a game one victory over the Sea Serpents, 7-2. Taking a look at the hitting here, we had a 2 for 3 day from Krapakasov, and an RBI from Babbitt Person and coaching. But on the Demon side, we had a 2 for 4. We had hits all the way down 1 through 5. Two, 2 for 5 day for Scruff McGruff, and then a 1 hit for James Lutz. For the pitching, Gooser's going to take the loss, going 6 1/3, giving up 6 earned runs. And Jamie Nance and Crenshaw is going to get their second win of the postseason, going 7 1/3, 2 earned runs, and also going to get player of the game.
All right, so that'll do it for game one. We have both the home teams taking the first of the 7 game series. Since we got a lot of games to get to, we will move right along to September
Mm-hmm.
26th. And we do have our minors game ones as well. We'll start off with those. While any majors teams want to make changes for game two, please do so in your playoff server channel. While we're doing a quick preview of the minors as well as the simming of the minors, game number one. So looking at these head-to-head lineups here for the California Firehawks and the Puerto Rico Ranas, Firehawks will be looking for their 6th World Series ring and their 5th in the past 6 years. Ranas will be looking for their first ring under their current branding. They did win one as the Dynamos back in the day, but since rebranding to the Ranas, have not had a World Series title. The last time that these two met in the postseason was season 30 in the World Series, where California won 4-2. So this is a little bit of a rematch from that season 30 World Series. And something a little bit interesting I noticed with the minors. Last season, we had you and I did the semifinal stream as well, Scud.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um, how many of these 4 teams do you think were in the semifinals at that time?
At which time? Season 30?
No, last year when we did the
I remember it was Firehawks and Dillos,
yeah,
and then it was Puerto Rico and God. I think it's the same 4 teams.
you're
Or
correct.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's the
Punk
same
and Stern beat you to it in
I
the chat,
wasn't.
but yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was the Hepcats, but I can't remember.
yeah, it was the same 4 teams, just different matchups this time. It was you
Thank
said the
God.
Firehawks and Dillos last time, I think, and
Yeah,
then
it's
Bears
Firehawks
Ranas.
Dillos. Yep,
Yeah, so
bingo.
now we got Firehawks Ranas and Bears Dillos. So different
Yep.
matchups, same 4 teams. But that will be the matchups for the Firehawks and the Ranas. Taking a look at the Brew City Bears and the Dillos. These are your head-to-head matchups. The Bears will be looking for their first semifinal win. They haven't advanced to the World Series yet in their young franchise's history. But if they beat the Dillos here, they will have clinched their first World Series berth. Dillos will be looking for their second ring in a row, 6th overall. They are the defending World Series champs. So if the Bears are looking to get this um, semifinal win, their first one of the franchise, they got a mountain to climb against the Dillos, the reigning World Series champs. And
Yep.
these 2 teams have never faced each other in the playoffs before. So just like Detroit and Seattle, we got a brand new playoffs matchup here in season 35 with the Bears and the Dillos.
Haven't
Uh,
you played for both of these teams?
I have indeed, yes. I was actually rooting for a Bears Dillos World Series last season because I wanted to see them match up in the World Series. Um, but yeah, these are my 2 minors teams. Alex Johnson, my first player, played for the Dillos, and then Marvell, my current player, played for the Bears. So
Hey.
it's not a World Series, but we do get to see them match up for the first time in the playoffs. The AJ Bowl says Jabs. I like it, the AJ Bowl. All right. But I think we're about ready to go ahead and quick sim game number one for both of these. So we'll
Well,
start
I
off with the
mean,
California Firehawks and the Puerto Rico Rods. Do you want to take this one so that I get the AJ Bowl box score?
yeah, that's fine. I mean, you already know who I'm going to root for in this one, but here we go. Game one, California Firehawks, Puerto Rico Ranas. This is pretty much like the Vancouver GM Bowl here, but game one, California, Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico. The winner is going to be the Ranas in a 5-0 shutout. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. Not a whole lot going on, just a couple of hits from Fry in the leadoff spot. But over on the Puerto Rico side, we got a 2 for 4 day from Joshua Bolton. And a few RBIs for Mojo Rising in the leadoff spot. Taking a look at the pitching here, California. Lebowski's going to get a quality start, but is going to take the loss, going 6 innings with 2 earned runs. 3 earned runs coming from John Marston. If we can get a Dirk Sucks in the chat. Willie Esparza though is going to get the win here in Game 1, going 6 innings with no earned runs, 3 Ks. And Cooperstown is going to get the hold. Willie Esparza, with that pitching performance, going to be your player of the game.
Jabs made mention in the chat that not only is this the AJ Bowl, it's also the Jabs Bowl, since his
Jabs
two
played
his
for
two
both.
players also played for these two teams, which I didn't know that. I could have sworn that J.A. Jabs played for State College, and that's why Jabs was the Miners GM for them for a bit before the Bears came into existence. But I straight up did not realize that Jabs was also a Dillo.
I had
um,
no idea.
yeah. So the AJ and Jabs Bowl here. Bruce City Bears versus the Amarillo Armadillos. Funnily enough, neither of us are actually in this series. Our players just were associated with the teams. But here we go. Bruce City Bears versus the Amarillo Armadillos. Game number 1 of the Miners semifinals. Number 2. Miners semifinals number 1, number 2. I don't know. They're not divided by conference. But Bruce City Bears and Amarillo Armadillos. Game number 1 will go to the Amarillo Armadillos, the World Series champs, 6-0. Out hitting the Bears 9-8, so very close on the hitting. But the Dillos just strung those hits together much better. 4 RBIs for John Garfield, who it looks like had a grand slam in the 6th inning. Great day at the plate for John Garfield. Marcellus Clay goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored as well. On the side of Bruce City, we have a 2 for 4 day for Travis Granholm and a few hits scattered here and there. Allegra Macarena gets the loss for Bruce City, falling to 0-1 on the playoffs here, while Guru and Voodoo will get their first win of the playoffs, going 6 shutout innings, giving up only 6 hits and striking out 3. Taylor will get the save, Zach Taylor, with 3 shutout innings of their own, and Guru and Voodoo will be your player of the game.
Look at that, back-to-back shutouts for the Miners.
Yeah, look at that.
And they say offense is king.
All right. Well, heading to the majors now, we do have some change, or at least stamina checks. Demons want a stamina check on Quentin O'Quarters. By the way, Miners teams, if you have any changes for Game 2, make sure that you get those in sooner rather than later. Quentin O'Quarters is at 62%, slightly tired, Laser. But they... they're in the pen. Okay. So there's your stamina check for O'Quarters.
San Antonio is all good.
Nice. Boise.
Punk's got his beard going with his Bruce City jersey. That's a sick jersey.
On Shigeno. Shigeno is at 62%. And then Serpents say no change. Cool. Okay, so Serpents are good. Sloths are good.
That's good.
Demons are good.
Is this going to be the quickest?
Yeah.
Wow, Serpents are good.
Everyone in the majors is good. Raptors are good too. Sweet, so we're just moving right along.
All right, we appreciate y'all.
Quick changes, my goodness. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Another quick sim. Here we go. Tom Riddle versus Shoto Todoroki.
The Legends West Bowl.
Yeah, the Legends West. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but
no, it doesn't.
Take it. Riddle and Todoroki in the Legends Conference Finals. The winner of game number 2 is the Boise Raptors. They even it up 1-1. This just became a best of 5 between these two Legends West teams. Raptors take it 5-3, out hitting Sloths 9-6 here. 3 RBIs for Ezra Oatmeal on a 1-for-4 day, but not much else going on the side of San Antonio batting. Boise will get a 2-for-4 day with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs from Kid and Kayleen, and a 2-hit day from Sax Justice. Obi-Wan Kenobi will get the win. Constantine Kahn takes the loss, both in relief, and Kid and Kayleen will be your player of the game. Both starters going 5 innings, giving up 3 earned runs on 5 hits.
Wow.
Walks and strikeouts a little bit different. Also one home run each. So matching up very similarly between those two. I have not been updating the tracker or the crawler. My bad. Let's
Tisk
see.
tisk.
We'll fix
Expect better
that.
from a veteran streamer.
Yeah, you would think so, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll save
Oh boy.
that. All right. So you want to hype us up for the Champions Conference here?
Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Seattle, Detroit. Game two. We got Ragnarok on the bump for the Serpents, riding dirty for the Demons. Here we go. Game two at home. And the winner of game two is going to be the Serpents. So both series now evened up at 1-1 as Seattle will take this one in what looks to be a 5-3 ball game. Taking a look at the hitting here, we had a 2-for-4 day from Cal with an RBI and then a couple of RBIs from Pakarsov and Kauru. Also, 2 RBI day from Forbes Jr. On the Detroit side, though, we had a 2-for-5 day from Barry Bonds and a RBI from Millet and Jackinson. Taking a look at the pitching here, Ragnarok's going to get their second win of the postseason, going 5 2/3 of 2 earned runs. Lynch is going to get a hold, and Beckett with their second save. Riding Dirty is going to take the first loss of the postseason here, going 5 2/3, giving up, I believe that is 4 runs, but only 2 of it earned, getting 6 Ks as well. But Ormangander Ragnarok is going to be your player of the game.
All right, so both major series tying up at 1. We love to see it as streamers because that means we won't be doing 4 elimination games for either of these series. Maximum now is
Yes.
3 for both. So that's always nice to see.
Is it worth the 1 million bump in pay if we have to do 4 elimination games for the same series?
Is it 1 mil? I thought it was 2 mil, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
Co-host goes from 3 to 4.
Oh, okay. Uh, no, it's not. It's not worth if it goes 4 stream
No,
games for each series. It's not.
no.
It needs to be more. I need to talk to Enoch about implementing that kind of like caveat where it's like if every single series has 4 stream games, you get an extra bonus because that
It's
is
called
just
overtime.
yeah, it would just be obscene. All right, no
Wait.
majors games scheduled for this day. Majors GMs get in any
Oh,
change requests. Minors teams, I don't see the Dillos having anything, but the Ranas have changes, which we will make right now.
the Firehawks did have changes as well, but it was just moving Marston.
Okay. Let's start with the Ranas with the Johnny Quest. 80 pitch count. Okay. So there you go. Kevin McThumper to Stopper. 7th in close game. High leverage. Sorry, at high leverage. Cool. Stamina check for Town Heater. And then changes for... Okay, I'll make the changes first and I'll look at the stamina check for you. Town Middle Relief. Normal NA. And then Anthony Parco. Setup. 6th or later. And high leverage. Alright, and then you said Town...
Middle
Oh, there it
relief,
is.
normal.
Yeah, I got that one. They wanted a stamina check on Town and Heater.
Oh,
So Town is at 62, and Heater is at 25% as a starter, 91 as a reliever, and he's as a reliever for you. So 91%. So he's probably fine. Ronis, let me know if you have any other changes or if you're all good. Bears have changes. Changed lineup versus left-handed pitcher. Okay, lineup, left-handed pitcher. New bottom of the order is Hayes, Hammer, Ball, and Wizard. Okay. So we'll move Ball, Wizard, and then Hammer. Hammer comes in for Gonzalez at third base. Okay. Hayes, Hammer, Ball, Wizard, catcher, third base, center field, shortstop, and then Willie Miller's stamina. Yes. 60%.
Say 50 or 60?
60. Firehawks have a change. Bears, let me know if you have any other changes or if you're all good.
Bears are good to
Um,
go.
Marston. There's Marston, all the way at the top. None specified and normal. Do you? Oh, okay. None specified normal. Yep.
Hmm.
Anything else, Firehawks, or are you good as well? Still nothing from the Dillos. Dillos GMs, anything? Ross say they're good. Bears say they're good.
They
Firehawks
alive?
and Dillos, anything? Okay. We can only wait so long.
Hmm. Yeah, it's Ping and Lumo. Nope. Firehawks good to go.
Alright,
You
cool.
ping Dillos.
Yep, I just did. Well, while they are deciding, we might as well do the Firehawks Uranus. So you want to hype us up for the Firehawks Uranus?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Scuba. All right, here we go. California Firehawks, Puerto Rico Ranas. Let's see. Will the Firehawks avoid a shutout in this game at the very least? Would hate to see back-to-back shutouts here, or maybe they can afford a shutout back on the Ranas on their own. We'll see what happens here in Game 2. We have Aaron Silence on the bump for California, Johnny Quest for the Ranas. Game 2, winner is going to be Firehawks. Wasn't a shutout, but we'll take the Game 2 dub here. Firehawks taking on the Ranas 4-3. For the hitting, we had a 2 for 5 day from Salmon Arms with an RBI, 2 for 4 for Denstro with an RBI, and a couple of RBIs from Long Ball and Ren Foster. For Puerto Rico, all the RBIs came from Mojo Rising there at the top of the lineup. Looks to be a 3-run bomb in the 5th inning there. Taking a look at the pitching, Silence's both starters going to get no decisions here. Whiplash going to get their second win of the postseason, going 2 1/3 of perfect relief, and Biglet with their second save. And the loss is going to go to Cooperstown, going 2 1/3 with the 1 run there. Aaron Silence with the 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 2 Ks is going to be your player of the game.
Alright, so 3 series tied up at 1 apiece. Will the Bears continue that trend, or will the Dillos take a 2-0 lead? Skippy Jensen on the mound versus Tyler Rogalski for the Bears-Dillos semifinals. The winner of game number 2 is the Amarillo Armadillos as they take a 2-0 lead. 7-6 is the win on this one, so a lot closer of a game. But the Bears are going to go down 2-0 in the series. As we see a 3 RBI day from Care Bear, the left fielder, a 2 for 4 day with 2 runs scored for Hector Salamanca. And on the Bruce City side, we have 3 hit days for both Bellic Cove and Multoid Man, with Cove getting 2 RBIs. Miller will get the loss for Bruce City, while Riabi will get the win for Amarillo, and Minor Leaguer will get the save for the Dillos in relief. Hector Salamanca, your player of the game. All right, so that will do it for the minors. Minors GMs, if you have any changes for game number 3, let us know. We will go ahead and save the game
I believe the Dillos
and
said they're
advance the
good to
game.
go until they lose, so
Alrighty.
bold
Well,
move, Cotton.
for
See how it plays out for them.
for the majors, slots say they're good as long as Glenn starts. Glenn is starting, so slots are good. Demons want a stamina check. Anyone in particular? I'm just gonna start going through the names unless you give me some names. Scheduled starter Cameron Grimes at 100%. Sad Pepe is at 69%. Quentin O'Corr 64.
Nice.
Nice. Schultz 100. Page 100. Alexander 100. Ness 100. So all the middle relief guys are at 100, while Quarters is at 64, Pepe is at 69, and Grimes is 100 as well. Let me know if you have any changes, Demons. We're going to switch over to the Raptors here. See, for next game, we want to switch Shigeno and Nolan settings. So Shigeno is at middle relief, use more often, high leverage. Nola is just normal usage. So we'll change this to use more often, high leverage, and this one to normal usage, NA. And Burger at normal usage. That look good for you, Gordon? Let me know if you have any more changes. I'll go ahead and save real quick. And then we'll switch. Okay,
Demons are good to go.
Raptors say good. Serpents want stamina check. We can do that. Scheduled starter Athena Arya 100%. Aduk Singh 100%. Beckett 84. Sullivan is at 80. Lynch 87. Beeler 100. So sloths are good, demons are good, raptors are good. Just waiting on the serpents if they have any changes. While we're waiting on them, we can go ahead and sim the next Legends Conference game since the sloths and raptors are both good. So with I gotta adjust the crawler again. Here we go. All right. So sloths and raptors series tied at 1. Glenn
Now we're
Davies
in
on the mound.
Boise.
What's up?
And now we're in Boise.
Yeah, we've got our travel day in. Okay, Serpents say they're good. Sweet. Um, got our travel day in. We've flown from Texas to Idaho, and are now situated in. What if it was a different
Potatoes.
Boise? Like, what if it was actually just Boise, Massachusetts, or something? Like,
Is there a Boise, Massachusetts?
I don't think so. I don't know. I know there's probably
Oh,
a Boise somewhere other than Idaho, but I just chose Massachusetts randomly.
well, now you've got me curious.
How many Boise's are there in the United States? I'm very curious now. Boise, Rhode Island says taco shop. All right, well we're in
Wow.
Boise. That's the important part. We're at the Raptors home stadium. Glenn Davies, there's this kit catcher on the mound. Series tie at 1. Who's gonna take the 2-1 series lead here in Game 3? The winner of Game number 3 of the Legends Conference Finals is the Boise Raptors, taking the win at home here, 3-0. Sloths actually out hit them 4-3, but the Raptors are going to be the ones that come away with the victory on this one. A 3-run homer by Steve Rogers, going 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs on the day. On the side of San Antonio, 2 hits from Long Pipe and 1 each from Eshelman and Chovy. Total of 7 hits between the two teams, and only 2 extra base hits. Long Pipe with a double, and then Rogers with that 3-run homer in the 4th inning. Glenn Davies will take the loss despite the quality start. 7.1 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, given up on 3 hits and a walk, striking out 6. Nolan Nola gets the win in relief, 2.2 shutout innings, while Kenobi will get a hold and Berger will get a save. Glenn Davies, despite the loss, will be your player of the game.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
going to be a good series.
yeah, it will. All right, so are you ready for the Champions Conference there, Scott?
Oh, I'm always ready.
All right.
And here we go. Game 3. Now we're in Seattle. We got Cameron Grimes on the bump for the Demons here versus Athena Area for the Seattle Sea Serpents. Game 3. And the winner of this one is going to be the Demons, taking a 2-1 lead here in the series on a 2-1 win. Not much going on for the offense on both teams, but we did have a 3-hit day for Blamo and 2 RBIs coming from Scruff McGruff. For Seattle, the lone RBI coming from Jose Slosleco with that 4th inning home run and a couple of hits for Prokosov and Babbitt Person as well. For the pitching, Cameron Grimes is going to get their first win of the postseason here, going 5 1/3 with 1 earned run, Quentin Quarters with a hold, and Sad Pepe. And Schultz is going to get a save as well, pitching that last out. Athena Area, though, is going to go with 8 1/3 innings with 2 earned runs, but is going to take the loss. Cameron Grimes, with that pitching performance, however, is your player of the game.
I'll do it for the majors on September 28th. We have a minors travel day, so we will go ahead and save and advance the day. Majors GMs, if you have any changes to make for game number 4, please let us know in your channels. In the meantime, we will head to the minors to continue with their series. Dillos said that they were going to leave it as is. I do see Jackers typing. You'd like to bench the announcers? What? Rude. um, let's see. Ranas.
See now that he said that, I'm just gonna mute the Dillos channel.
Ranas wants stamina checks on Town and McThumper. Town is at 60%. McThumper is at 82%. Let us know if you have any changes, Ranas. We'll move ahead to the Firehawks here.
And
Uh,
basically just wow.
Lumosity pinging the wrong user with an A name.
Weird.
Pinged AU Gold and Scud instead of AJ. It's okay, I see it. Stamp check, put John Marston, and Gold responds with, I'd have to say that the stamina is pretty good. Nice. Marston is going back to Stopper. Seventh or there's no seventh or later for Stopper. I'm assuming you want seventh and close game, and then none for the
Hmm.
secondary. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lumosity, please. And then just
Yep,
stamina
seventh or
check. Okay,
close.
seventh or close. Okay. Stamina check. 100% for the scheduled starter. Marston is at 76. Whiplash 67. Lord 100. Biglet 93. 100 for Nestor, for West, for White, and for the Wilson brothers. Oh, there's more. Sotnacion 98. Jolie's at 100. Man's dad is at 100.
They missed Whiplash.
And on, I missed Whiplash.
No, they
67.
did. Lumo did.
Oh, 67.
67. Okay.
Okay, Lumo says
Firehawks
is
are
good.
good.
Cool. Bears. Stamina check for Bears after advancing the day. Well, we have advanced the day, so. Bruce City stamina checks. Schedule the starter, 100%. Lightyear, 100%. Moffat, 100%. Budweiser's at 83. Schlitz is at 36. Miller is at 51. Windew's good. Cedred is good. The Pabst is good. Slams is good. Bear is good. So everyone here is good. Let's
Ooh,
see.
here we go.
Ooh, wow.
There's the changes.
Okay. Miller to none specified. Avoid high leverage. Do you want the long relief secondary, or I'm assuming you want that to be NA jabs?
Yeah, they said unspecified.
Well, that's for the
Ooh.
first one, isn't it?
Oh,
And then Schlitz, none specified. Okay, NA. Boop. And then Schlitz to none specified. Avoid high leverage as well. Also NA. Bear to long relief. Use less. There's no use less. It's either normal or avoid high leverage. I'm assuming because you said use less, I'm gonna put it at avoid high leverage. Let me know if you want that changed.
yep.
Okay, cool.
And something about their bullpen names makes me
Defenses.
thirsty.
Couldn't be that a bunch of their bots are named after beers, right? Could
It
possibly be
can't be
that.
that I really love beer.
Uh, and then defensive sub for third base, Jordan Gonzalez. Jordan Gonzalez is already. Do you mean for versus the left-handed pitchers? Okay.
Versus
Jordan Gonzalez, third base. Uh, if starter tired, or I'm assuming if starter tired, yeah, because like every the rest of these wouldn't make sense for a playoff series. Uh, defensive
nope,
sub.
just the defensive sub. That might
Oh, defensive. Oh,
be
my bad, my bad, my
yeah,
bad.
all the way in the right.
There we go. Defense sub. My fault. Uh, okay. Everything else good, Bears?
Well, we're 3 games in and we're already losing it.
uh, Ranas did have changes.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and save real quick before we start on those. And we'll save after as well. Parco to Stopper. Seventh and close. High leverage. McThumper. To mid relief use more often. High leverage. And Cooperstown. Why don't I see there? There he is. Cooperstown mid relief, normal, and Cooperstown is already at that. Any other changes, Ronos? I'll go ahead and save.
All good.
Alright, so I think, let's see. Dillo said we want AU Gold and hummus. We can leave Scud in the booth. I'm starting to feel like that's specifically an attack against me.
I don't know what you did.
I don't know either. I don't know. I'm a former
Why am
Dillo,
I getting the
man.
love? I'm kind of questioning.
I'm a former
They
Dillo.
also want to make me their next
Dillo.
starter.
Well, that's just not possible.
Sorry. My player is booked at golf tournaments for the rest of the off season.
All right, Scott, you want to take the Vandals GM Bowl between you and Stir?
Yeah, Vandals GM Bowl. We love it.
All right.
All right. Bowl series tied at one apiece. We're now back in the blazing kettle here in California. San Bernardino, home of the old 66ers. Puerto Rico has Grayson Yates, and then California with HO are hypocrites here on the bump. It's not a dig at you, AJ, is it? But here we go. Game three, winner of this, Puerto Rico, California, and it's going to be the Firehawks taking down the Ranas here at home 7-2. Going to take a look at the hitting here. We had a 2 for 4 day from Damian Chambers, as well as a 2-hit day from Styles Clements, and a couple of RBIs from Pilsudski and Bolton. For the hitting on California side, Morgan is going to get 2 hits in the leadoff spot, and then a couple of RBIs from Salmon Arms and Fry, and a 2 for 2 day with 2 walks from Tunch Denstro, and then 3 RBIs coming in from the 9-hole spot from Long Ball. For the pitching, Grayson Yates is going to get the loss here, fellow Vandals prospect. Sorry to see that, Arctic, but you went 3 2/3 with 6 earned runs. Got the loss there, and HO Hypocrites is going to get the win here, going 6 1/3, only giving up 1 earned run. And they're also going to get Player of the Game honors for that performance.
All right. So another 2-1 series here. Bears can continue the pattern of 2-1 series if they win here, or the Dillos will take a 3-0 lead and force the Bears to either reverse sweep or get knocked out of the playoffs. Game number 3 of the Dillos Bears series. The winner is the Amarillo Armadillos. They take a 3-0 lead in the semifinals, which means we will have our first streamed game be game number 4 of the Dillos Bears series, as the Dillos win 6-1 here, out hitting the Bears 9-6. 2 for 4 day for Elwood Hayes, the catcher from Brew City. On the side of the Dillos, though, 2 RBIs each from Garfield and Summa. Ryabi will get the win, Donahue the loss, and John Garfield will be your player of the game. So the Bears need to reverse sweep in order to get into the World Series. Otherwise, the Dillos will be advancing back to the World Series for the second straight year and looking to defend their World Series title. Alrighty, so we are ready to move to the majors for game number 4. All of these will be quick stimmed as well. Nothing from the Sloths yet. So Demons want a stamina check. Let's see. Scheduled starters at 90%. Pepe 49. Okura's 42. Schultz is at 98. And then I don't think any of these remaining ones were used, so the rest of them are at 100%. Page is going to be going to middle relief. Use more. High leverage. Okay. But so there's your stamina plague. Let us know if you have any further changes after seeing that. Oh, okay. Pepe and Okura's to none specified. I'm assuming none specified normal and no secondary. Let me know if that's incorrect, but there you go. Schultz to okay, correct, cool. Schultz to stopper, seventh or later, or seventh and close, and high leverage. There you
Slots are
go.
good.
Cool. Any other changes, Plague? Let us know. We're gonna move on to the Raptors in the meantime. Raptors want a stamina check on Shigeno, who is at 71%. DRJ is 100%. And Nolan is at 34%. So let us know if any changes are needed there, Boise. We'll move on to the Serpents real quick.
They did have changes.
Kripakosov and Crocs out in both lineups. Okay. Kripakosov and Crocs out. So switching the 3 and 5 hitters in both lineups. There you go. Saving game. Any other
Really hope my
changes,
stomach isn't
Serpents?
making an appearance on this. I didn't eat for the stream.
Oh no.
Oh, it's going to be a
That's
long
not
night.
good. Reswitch Nola and Shigeno. Okay, so we're changing this to use more often and high leverage. And we're changing this to normal and none. Okay. Strategy starter hook. Strategy starter hook to the max -1. So hook starting pitchers, you want it to the max -1, right? Right there? Is that a good, Gordon? Okay, cool. Perfect. Anything else, Boise? Demon said that looks good. Sloth said they were good. Nothing from the Serpents. Alright, Raptors are good. Alright, so unless the Serpents make any changes, I think we're good to move on. So we might as well do
Besides
the
that,
Legends
I
West
don't
then.
think they. I saw C was typing, but I don't know if he's going to say anything or not.
Okay. Well, we'll do the Legends West, and if they have any changes to make, then we'll just. Oh, they're good. Okay, cool. Never mind. We're good. Game number 4 for both of these series. Another quick sim since we aren't in elimination territory for either team yet. San Antonio versus Boise's Fanale Maikudowicz on the mound for San Antonio. Derek Rogers Jr. on the mound for Boise. Boise leads the series 2-1. Are they going to make it a 3-1? Or will San Antonio tie it up and send it to a best of 3? The winner of game number 4 of the Legends Conference Finals is the Boise Raptors in extra innings too. 12 innings, 4-3 is the win. Raptors walk it off with a run-scoring single by Jordan Beecham Reyes in the bottom of the 12th to make it a 3-1 series line score for the Legends Conference Championship. All right. We have 2 RBI day for Caden Kayleen on a 2 for 5 day. Bobby McDonald Jr. goes 2 for 6. Ezra Oatmeal 2 for 5. And Albies goes 3 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Constantine Kahn will blow the save. Camden Jr. takes the loss, while Berger will get the win for Boise. Josh Berger in relief. 1.2 innings of shutout work. Neither starter gets a decision. Both of them with a quality start, though. Derek Rogers Jr. will get the player of the game nod. All
Shout
right.
out DRJ.
Yeah.
John Wayne 12. Oh.
Miners, make sure that if you have any changes to let us know. I only see 2 channels lit up for now. Scud, ready for round 4 of the Champions Conference?
Yeah, I think so. Got to clear my throat. Jeez. All right. Let's go. Hype, hype, hype. All right. Detroit Demons, game 4. Seattle Sea Serpents. Here we go. We got Damian Jansen Crenshaw on the bump for Detroit. Booze Gooser. We got 2 absolute hosses on the bump here for both teams, and we'll see who's going to take down or taking blah, blah, blah. God, I'm ruining the hype. Here we go. Game 4. Winner is the Detroit Demons. They're going to take Game 4 here on a 4-3 win. Taking a look at the hitting real quick, we had a 2 for 4 day from Halverson and 2 RBIs from Mellett and Lutz. Over on the Seattle side, we had 2 hits apiece for Kakao, Kropakosov, and Slaseco, with RBIs from Kakao, Slaseco, and Crocsat. Taking a look at the pitching here, Jansen Crenshaw is going to get their third win of the series or playoffs. Going 7 innings, 3 earned runs. Oh no, that was 7 Ks. And Schultz is going to get a save. Booze Gooser is going to get the loss here, going 5 innings with 4 earned runs. And James Lutz, with their hitting performance, is going to get the player of the game. Hype, hype, hype.
All right, so we will be watching the major series from this point forward for both of these games, considering it is do or die time for the Sloths and the Sea Serpents. Both of them with their
Mm-hmm.
backs against the wall. They need to win out the remaining games in order to advance to the World Series, while Boise and Detroit just need one win apiece to advance. So we will see those majors games shortly. We will finish off the day today and save.
Boom, here we go.
And we are going to start off with the minors. I just want to check to see if it's not a okay. It's not a travel date for the majors, but we will be looking at the minors, specifically looking at the Dillos versus the Bears game. We're gonna manage this one, and we're going to have BNN on the background for the Ronas Firehawks game, since that one's going to be quick simmed anyway. Okay, cool. What's up?
Lumo tagged all gold again.
Oh, I just realized we probably need changes. Hold on.
Oh,
Ranas on stamina checks. Okay, Ranas. Pitching stamina checks. Scheduled starter Esperanza is at 100% for starting pitching. McThumper 49. Parco 100. Oh, you want Quest stamina check as well. 58% on Quest. Oh, just stamina checks for Heater, McThumper, and Town. Okay, McThumper is at 49. Town is at 91. Heater is at 16. Not looking. Heater's a little bit exhausted. Bears have a few changes as well. Willie Miller to middle relief, normal usage, long relief. Middle relief, normal usage, long relief. Mace Windu to none specified. Avoid high leverage. Save. Any other changes, Bears? Ross are going to have some change. Let's see. Stamina check just to be sure on West. West is at 71%. Okay, no changes for Firehawks. So, just pinging gold out of nowhere. Poor gold.
gold gets no days off.
I'm curious if okay, Dillos are good. I'm curious if okay, Bears are good. Ross are typing. Firehawks are good, so we're just waiting on Ronas then. I'm
Mm-hmm.
curious if Lumo just put in like the at and then the A and then hit the first name that came up, or if he just keeps forgetting that AU Gold is not streaming. It's actually me.
Nah, I have to imagine it's the first one.
I think so too. Yeah.
But it's weird because you think AJ would pop up before AU.
It's true. Yeah. Discord's weird though. Cooperstown to Stopper, seventh and close, and
Oh,
high leverage. Parco.
AJ, your new at in Discord is all gold.
So, you know how much I like to meme Scud. If it wasn't going to be confusing for the playoff teams, I absolutely would change my display name in the playoff changes server to AU Gold just to mess with people. But it
So are
would be
you? So wait,
confusing.
so are you the one behind the Bobby Poo?
No, I'm not. No, I don't mess with the sim names. I just I mess with my own Discord name.
Oh,
Avoid high leverage and none for heater. McThumper gets middle leaf used less often. And NA.
Cool.
Look good, Ranas. Go ahead and save real quick. Let me know if you have any changes. All right, they say it looks good.
Boom. Good to
Cool.
go.
All right, we are all set then. So we can head on back to the game that we were looking at, that being the Dillos and the Bears.
You got the Bears changes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was 6 minutes ago. Yeah, there's no way you shouldn't have. Cool.
They said we're good after
Ignore
this.
me. I'm
Okay.
just.
All right, so Dillos have taken a 3-0 lead in this series. Would you have expected that, Scud? To see.
Don't hate me, but yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, the Bears did play in the first round. Dillos didn't, so it makes sense. Dillos are rested. They're not tired from a previous series, so they probably came into this series firing on all cylinders. While the Bears fought their way into the semifinals and now maybe paying the price for it a little bit, falling in the series 3-0. Still a chance here for the Bears, but it is going to be an uphill battle. They have to reverse sweep to make the World Series. They have to win all 4 of their next 4 games. If they lose even one, the Dillos will be back in the World Series. So this is going to be a very interesting series from here on out. Ninth inning runs 0.5 over under. People think that only 3 people voted in the prediction. Oh well.
Oh boy.
But only 2 people think that there's going to be a ninth inning run. The third person does not. So very small
How many viewers
sample
we
size
got?
there. 62.
Huh.
People just aren't in a betting mood tonight, I guess, or they just didn't want
Hmm.
to bet on that one. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe not.
Do you
No.
have a preference on which team you want to take?
Uh, I'll take the Dillos.
Alrighty.
So yeah, you can have the Bears.
We'll go ahead and pause the
Oh,
play-by-play to
Bears.
get the BNN scoreboard up. I'll go ahead and start the game. And we'll
I
get
think you can
oh,
change that
scoreboard's already
setting
open.
before you even start.
Well, the BNN yes no can be changed, but the actual scoreboard widget being up,
Oh,
I need to change it in game. I think. I
gotcha.
think. Unless someone knows a way to change it on the managed game screen, in which case, please tell me.
I think you just scroll all the way to the bottom and you just turn VNN off.
Oh yeah, that's just whether or not the games are running on out of town. The widget itself needs to actually be on screen. But all right, ready, Scud?
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess.
All
Yeah,
right,
all right.
go for it. Take us away.
I'm like, whatever, all right. And, oh, man, a recent, nope. It's just going to be a fly ball from John Garfield for the first out of the inning. And Cali Alvarez is going to strike out. Macarena's first of the outing. That'll bring up Care Bear, the Dillos left fielder. 2-1 count here. They're going to swing, and it's going to be a fly ball all the way into left center field, caught by the center fielder for a 1-2-3 inning from Macarena. We can head down to the bottom of the first.
And we'll see Mustard M. Mustard, the right fielder for the Bears, up to bat against Guru and Voodoo. Pop flies that one to the second baseman for out number 1. Now here's Bellick Cove. Grounder back to the pitcher who throws on to first. Easy out number 2. And now Green Wall will hit that all the way back almost to the wall. But it will be caught by Namite for out number 3. Head to the
It's not
top
an
of the
elimination
second.
game in California, is it?
No, California. No,
Okay,
that's why.
okay,
That's why we're
cool.
quick
I guess
simming
that's
it.
why we don't care.
Yeah, that's
All
why we're
right,
quick simming
cool.
it.
Dog Summer's going to get the first base hit of the ball game here with that line drive up the middle. That'll bring up Lilo Salamanca, who's going to work a 5-pitch walk. Bringing up Marcellus Clay, 2-0 count. Fly ball into right field. Doesn't look deep enough for them to send the runner to third. And so first and second here for Hector. It'll be a base hit up the middle all the way into left field, and that'll be the first run of the ball game on an RBI single from Hector Salamanca. And that'll bring up Blue Sky. That'll be a ground ball to first, and he'll just take it over to the bag for the second out of the inning. 1-2 count, ground ball to shortstop, and that'll be a ground out there just to end the inning. But Dillos do strike first on that RBI single from Hector Salamanca.
1-0 in favor of the Dillos. Will the Bears be able to strike back? Multoid Man will go the distance to do just that. Home run for Multoid Man, the DH of the Bears. And this game is tied up with one swing of the bat. Travis Granholm, the first baseman, will settle in to the box now. We'll see if the Bears can take a lead. Fly ball to left. That's going to be caught for out number 1. Here's Elwood Hayes, the catcher. That'll be a fly out as well. This one to center field. And Jacques Hammer will ground that one to the second baseman for out number 3. Bears get one on the solo shot by Multoid Man, the DH. This game is tied up at 1 here in Brew City as we head to the top of the third.
All right, top of the third, top of the lineup. Not going to matter. John Garfield is going to strike out to start us off here in the top of the third, bringing up the DH Cali Alvarez. It'll be a line drive, I guess, underneath the legs of the third baseman. That's going to be a single, though. Bringing up Care Bear, who is going to strike out looking on the 2-2 pitch. Bringing up the second baseman, Dog Summer, who is also going to take a page out of the Care Bears book and strike out looking. So back-to-back strikeouts here to end the inning. Still tied 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Dropped ball to center fielder is going to line that right to Marcellus Clay for out number 1 here. OOTP Wizard will ground out, and now here's Mustard M. Mustard. Deep fly ball to center field, over the head of the center fielder, and Mustard's going to be on board with a double. So despite it being a 2-out inning, Mustard keeps it alive, but Bellet Cove will ground out to the first baseman immediately after to end the inning. We head to the top of the fourth with the game still tied at 1.
And California takes a 1-0 lead over the Ranas. And that'll be a base hit up the middle, first base hit for Lilo Salamanca. Full count, Marcellus Clay with the ground ball to second base, and they'll just take the 4-3 force out there. Hector Salamanca will pop out to the second baseman in shallow right field, bringing up Blue Sky, and that'll be a ground ball to the second baseman, and that'll be the third out. But good Lord, California just blew open that game 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Heart of the order here, 3-4-5. Green Wall will start us off. Rounder to the shortstop. Diving stop. Throws on to first, but not in time. That will be an infield single. Multoid Man will strike out. Now we have Travis Granholm with the runner in first and 1 away. Walk drawn on 4 pitches against Gudrun Voodoo. Here's Elwood Hayes. First and second, 1 away. Fly ball into left field. Easy can of corn for Care Bear, the left fielder. Here's Jacques Hammer, and he will strike out, leaving 2 runners on base to leave the game tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 5th. Dillos head back to the batter's box.
All right, Dinamite to lead us off here with a base hit up the middle just underneath the glove of the shortstop for the Bears. And then a ground ball just underneath the glove again from John Garfield. Back-to-back singles to start us off here, bringing up Cali Alvarez, and that's a fly ball into right field, and that is going to be a 3-run home run. And this game has been broken up. 3-run home run, Cali Alvarez, their first of the postseason. And then we are now 4-1. And California has 6 runs, 9 hits. Nice. Care Bear with a fly ball into right field and caught at the warning track almost back-to-back. Dog Summer's going to lead it, follow it up here with a double all the way to the right field wall as they slide in, bringing up Lilo Salamanca. Dog Summer takes off, and they are gunned out at third, trying to be greedy. But then Lilo Salamanca, fly ball, deep left field for the 4th run of the inning, and that'll be a 5-1 ball game. Their first of the postseason as well. So both Salamanca brothers have 1 home run apiece in this series. But Marcellus Clay will strike out 2 finally in the inning, but not before the Dillos strike in the top of the 5th with a 4-run inning.
Both series in the minors having a fairly lopsided score here in game number 4 on the out-of-town scoreboard. 6-1 is the score in California in favor of the Firehawks. Hammer and Ball Ball and Wizard will both go down for the first 2 outs of the inning, and Mustard will fly out to straightaway center as well. 1, 2, 3 go the Bears. That's not the inning that they were hoping for after a 4-run inning for the Dillos in the top of the 5th. Here we go, top of 6.
Hector Salamanca, ground ball to third, and that'll be a 5-3 putout for the first inning, bringing up Blue Sky, who will work a 4-pitch walk. Bringing up the right fielder, Dinamite. And that'll be a ground ball to the second shortstop. 6-4-3 double play, and that'll be a quick inning there for Willie Miller. I'm going down to the bottom of the sixth. Take it away, AJ.
We'll do Bellick Cove. We'll fly out to the right fielder. And here's Greenwald, the left fielder. Only 3 hits for the Bears on the day through 5 innings. Greenwald will fly out as well. Here's Multoid Man. He will draw a walk. Second walk issued so far today by Guru Voodoo. Now Travis Granholm will get a chance with a runner on board. Liner right to the center fielder, sliding to make the grab. Out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. Dillos still lead 5-1.
And Lilo Salamanca is really marking his territory out there with all those sliding plays. John Garfield's going to lead off the inning with a ground ball to the shortstop for an out. Cali Alvarez is going to ground out to the pitcher, bringing up Care Bear, 2-2 count. Ground ball to the second baseman, so 3 ground balls, 3 outs. Efficient pitching there for Yogi Budweiser. As it is stretch time.
If look at Yogi Budweiser's face runner. If you didn't get a chance to see it, look at it next day. That thing is nightmare fuel. Elwood Hayes will get a
Ooh.
base hit to lead off the bottom of the 7th here after the stretch. Here's Jacques Hammer as Ikea Blahaj will enter the game to sub in for Gurun Voodoo. Immediately issues a walk to Jacques Hammer, but gets dropped ball to strike out. Here's OOTP Wizard. Base hit into the right field gap. And coming home is Hayes. RBI single for OOTP Wizard. 5-2 now in favor of Amarillo. Tying run at the plate. Tying run will strike out on the double steal, though. Vellic Cove, 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. But a pop fly to third will end the threat. We head to the top of the 8th. Brew City trims the lead down to just 3. But they still only have 2 innings left to make up that deficit.
And we'll see if the Dillos here can get some insurance runs, but Dog Summer will start the inning off with a strikeout, bringing down that average just close to 400. Right at 400. 1-2 count to Lila Salamanca, and that'll be their third base hit of the evening, bringing in Marcellus, who will take the pitch, and then nothing happened in there on the throwdown. Ground ball to the third baseman. They'll just take the fielder's choice, 5-4 put out. But then Hector Salamanca will ground out to the pitcher, stranding that runner at first. So 6 outs remaining here for the Bears. Let's see what they can do.
People agree with Yogi. Yogi's render being nightmare fuel. Deep drive to left field. It's going to be caught by Care Bear as Greenwald heads back to the bench. Multoid Man will follow him on the strikeout. Here's Travis Granholm. Bases empty. Speaking of face renders, Dog Summer's face render came up last inning, and I'm reminded of how frighteningly close that is to the source material. But moving on, Granholm will draw a walk. Elwood Hayes will grind into a fielder's choice, and that will end the inning, leaving it all to the 9th for the Bears. Dillos have one last shot to extend their lead here in the top of the 9th.
Oh boy, that is nightmare fuel. But Zodiac Blue Sky, on the first pitch of the inning, is going to go deep opposite field to left, making this a 6-2 ball game. Not quite Grand Slam proof yet, but Dinamite with a ground ball. Oh, and that's going to be... They're going to call that hit? Nope. Scores being generous. Dinamite is going to take off and steal second base. John Garfield, runner at second. It'll be a base hit in the right field net. Nope. That'll leave runners at the corners for Cali Alvarez. First pitch. Garfield's going, and he is safe. Stealing second. Alvarez is going to knock with this one into right field, blowing this game open. They're now definitely Grand Slam proof in this, and now an 8-2 ball game on that 2 RBI single. Care Bear is going to fly out to right field. That'll bring up the second baseman, Dog Summer, whose render looks very familiar to someone. I can't quite put my finger on it. But the error there, not what the Bears are looking for here in the top of the 9th. But the sliding catch from drop ball for the second out, Marcellus Clay will do something. But he'll get out to end the inning. And last chance for the Bears.
6 runs needed here in the bottom of the 9th. And a quick ground out to second will start them off on the wrong foot. Here's dropped ball. Pop fly out to shallow left field. Last chance. OOTP Wizard will get a base hit. That will be an extra base hit. He's headed for second. No, he's around second, headed for third. In there, safe with a triple, is OOTP Wizard. But Mustard will ground out to end the inning, the game, and the series as the Dillos are headed back to the World Series. Congratulations to the Amarillo Armadillos with the clean sweep of the series, 4-0. They are headed back to the big show. And it seemed like, I don't know, in the top of the ninth, when it was still somewhat close, it seemed like the Bears defense just kind of lost faith because it was just like,
Mm.
it was just a tough go uh, to watch as like they just kept getting hit after hit after hit in that top of the ninth. Uh,
Mm. No.
but that'll happen when you're down 3-0. It's tough to come back from. So River
Yeah.
City will have to wait another year, but Amarillo will be headed back to the World Series. 5 RBIs for Alvarez on the day. What a day at the plate. They will be your player of the game as Voodoo gets the win, Micarena gets the loss, and Blahaj will get the save. There you go. That is game number 4 of the Miners semifinals series between Amarillo and Brew City. All right.
And over to California as they
Yeah.
took down the Ranas here 6-1. And now we will watch them next on the next Miners game as they lead this series 3-1. Taking a look at the hitting, hit a 2-for-3 day from Gilbert Hooper with an RBI and a 3-hit day from Duke Jr. For the Firehawks, we got a 2-for-4 day from Tunch Denstro and a 3 RBI day from Long Ball. At the pitching, Willie Esparza is going to get the loss here, going 5 innings, giving up 6 runs, only 5 earned. But Lebowski is going to get the win here, going 5 2/3 with 1 earned run, and they're also going to be your player of the game.
I'll do it for the minors. We'll head to the majors and what? Um, why did these sim?
Uh-oh.
Um, BNN should have only affected the
Hmm.
minors. We've we've done that before, and it only affected one.
Uh,
Uh,
well, just roll with the punches here. Um, Dang. Wait, we didn't even get their changes in. Uh-oh. I've lost AJ.
uh, well, I'm here. I'm just like,
No, oh, not yeah. I no, I don't blame you.
did I save it? I mean, I didn't. I didn't save. But if I exit out, then we're gonna have to resim the Bears and the Dillos game again.
Hmm. I don't really know if that would fly either.
Yeah, I'm Enoch is. All right, hold on.
If it makes you feel any better, Joseph said that they're good if Shoto starts. I don't really know if that's going to make you feel better. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
So
I
I
mean, what we can do is we can watch the replay. Um, I don't really know if that's ever been done before, but I mean, I feel like if Boise wants to see that game actually played out and of them clinching, then I don't know.
I don't think we need to do replay.
Okay.
Um, but yeah. Okay, so my apologies to all the majors teams. I mean, the minors teams played out exactly how it was going to play out, so that was no problem. But my apologies to the four majors teams that were whose games were auto sim. Well, I mean, this game was going to be auto simmed anyway, but the changes weren't implemented. which is the big problem. So can we see if I got any hits and then watch those? We will go through the box score. So my apologies to the majors teams for not getting their changes in, and I that is 100% on me. I thought that the BNN in the past had only done the league that you had selected. Evidently, it is not. So we will make sure that BNN is off for the remainder of the games. My apologies. That's 100% on me. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna make sure BNN is off for the future games. Um, but yeah, my apologies to all four of the majors teams for that. Um, we do have the Boise Raptors heading to the World Series. 4-1 is the final. I apologize to all Boise for not being able for not showing the game. But congratulations to the Boise Raptors for advancing 4-1 in the series against the San Antonio Sloths. Um, 2 for 4 day with 2 RBIs for Martin Honda, 2 for 4 day with Jordan Beecham Reyes. Tom Riddle gets the win of 7.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 5 hits and no walks, striking out 8. Obi-Wan Kenobi gets the save. San Antonio has a 3 for 4 day for Anchovy and 1 RBI for Theophilus Sweetot. Shota Todoroki will get the loss despite the quality start, and Tom Riddle will be your player of the game.
All right, and Seattle is going to win this one at home, making it a 3-2 series. Detroit still ahead by one game. Taking a look at the hitting here, not a whole lot going on the Detroit side. We did have 2 hits for Barry Bonds, top of the lineup, but the RBI coming in from, I'm assuming, what's the first name here for Jackinson?
Robbie.
Oh, for Robbie Jackinson. And for Seattle, we had a 1 for 3 with an RBI for Kapakasov, an RBI for Sloseko. So kind of a low offense, good pitching day all around. Riding Dirty's going to get the loss, though, going 7 innings with 2 earned runs. Ragnarok will get their third win of the postseason, going 5 1/3 of shutout ball. Lynch was going to get another hold, Singe with another save. And player of the game for this one is going to be, God, I want to say it's going to be Ragnarok. If you can scroll down just a little bit for me, AJ. Yep, that was correct. All right. So, um,
All right, so that will do
oh,
it for September 30th. We will advance and save. It is a travel day for the majors. We do have a game in the minors to watch, that being California versus Puerto Rico. Firehawks and Ranas, if you have changes, please let us know. Okay, Ranas, say stamina check. Um, and then Demon Sea Serpents, if you have changes, please let us know as well. We will be turning BNN off to avoid any future problems. Stamina checks on McThumper, 69%. Parko, 62%. G-Knives is at 98%, and Heater is at 67% as a relief pitcher. Firehawks want stamina check. Scheduled starter Aaron Silence is at 100%. Marston 100%. Whiplash 92. Lord 100. Biglet 98. Nestor 100. West 87. White 100. Wilson 64. Other Wilson 100. Slothnasian 100. Jolie 87. Mansdad 100. And Low 100. Puerto Rico wanted a stamina check for Johnny Quest, who is at 100%.
and Firehawks are good to go. So this
Firehawks are
will
good.
just be the one.
Ranas want Heater to long relief normal. Long relief normal and nothing for the secondary, right? Quest pitch count 75. Okay. Dunzo. Anything else, Ranas? NA for Heater. Yep. NA for the secondary. Anything else, or are you good?
Oop.
change, it looks like. McThumper middle relief. Already at there. Use more often high leverage. Okay. Use more often high leverage. Okay, looks good. Question mark? Oh, okay. Parco. Parco to middle relief, normal, NA. Okay. Alright, that's it for the Ranas. So we are headed to the California Firehawks Stadium to watch Puerto Rico versus California game number 5. California leads the series 3-1. They are looking to meet the Dillos. Oh, change that to no. They're looking to meet the Dillos in the World Series. Ross looking to stay alive with a win here and force a game 6. Which team is going to win? We have a prediction for total of 3 true outcomes. So, home
Oh
runs,
boy.
strikeout, and walks. Tally those up. What number you get? That's what we're looking at here. Very
That
very
one's.
interesting.
I've never won a single prediction on that.
How many have you
Oh,
done? Like a lot? Or?
well, no. I mean, it just depends. But every single time that's been a prediction, I've never won on it. So, yeah, it'll be the bane of my existence, and I'm just forced to not win channel points whenever those happen. So, if there's a mod that hates me, they'll do all those.
Chat, you got about a minute left to predict.
Oh,
So let us know, or not let us know, but make sure that you get your predictions in.
let us know that you got your predictions in.
Yeah, let us know that you got your predictions in.
Well, AJ, what do you like about this matchup here?
Looking at these two teams, uh, lots of good hitters against Quest. Yeah, I'm seeing 5 different players on the Firehawks that hit above 400 when facing Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest himself doesn't seem to do very good against California at 6.19 ERA. So this could
Mm-mm.
be a big hitting day for California. Um, seeing not a whole lot of good hitting against Aaron Silence on the side of the Ranas. So see Mojo rising at 500 and Damian Chambers at 667, but low sample sizes for both of them. So it could be a difficult
Mm.
road for the Ranas to win this one. Firehawks maybe coming out on top. We'll see if they are able to punch their ticket to the World Series to face off against the Armadillos,
Yeah,
um, or if the Ranas are going to force a game 6. I think we're about ready to get on into game. Do you have a preference on what team you want to take, Scud?
I'm taking my Firehawks, baby. I'm taking them.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So that will bring us into I'll bring us into game with the Ranas taking on the Firehawks here. Ranas starting lineup will be facing off against Aaron Silence here in the top of the first. We are ready to get on into game. I'm gonna make sure BNN is off indeed. Shouldn't matter because the majors aren't on a travel day, but I'm paranoid now. So starting game,
Oh, I don't blame
Mojo
you.
Rising, Davian Chambers, and Joshua Bolton against Aaron Silence for the top of the first. I gotta get this widget out of the way. Hold on.
There's a base hit in the left field from Mojo Rising. I don't think it's going to pause. Oh,
Yep,
it
yep.
paused. Cool. I got you.
And with the runner on first, here's Chambers. Off for second is Rising, thrown out by the catcher Denstro. And now Chambers will fly out to center field for out number 2. Here's Bolton, the first baseman, against Aaron Silence. That's a fly out as well. 1-2-3 go the Rhinos. We head to the bottom of the first with California getting their first look at it.
All right. Center fielder French Fry leading us off here. 2-0 count. That's going to be a base hit into left field. I'll bring up the son of Vandal, the legend Dan King, and that'll be a ground ball to the shortstop, and that'll be an infield single. So we have back-to-back hits here, bringing up Salmon Arms. There's a ground ball to third baseman. Oh, and there's an error. There's a fumble bumble. Bases loaded, 1-0 count. Fly ball in the right field from Denstro, and they're going to send the runner, but they're going to get gunned down at the plate. And bringing up Arthur Morgan, and that's not very top of the Morgan there, and that'll end the inning as they get the bases loaded with no outs and get 0 runs out of it. Wow.
Joseph Posadzki with a fly out to right field for out number 1. Here's Gilbert Hooper. He'll get that one down in front of the right fielder. That's going to be a base hit. Hooper on first. Here's Ferguson. Fly out to the left fielder Brennan, and that's going to be out number 2. Here's Clements. Styles Clements with a grounder down the line in left, all the way into the corner. That's going to be an extra base hit. Coming around third, head for home. Safe at the plate is Hooper, scoring all the way from first, and Puerto Rico will take a 1-0 lead. Clements on second. Strobel Jr. will fly out to the right fielder, and that's going to be out number 3. Now before the Ranas will take the first lead of Game 5. 1-0 lead.
All right, left fielder Danny Brennan will start this inning off with a strikeout. Bringing up the shortstop, Gladdy Guerrero. First pitch of the AB is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, thrown over for an easy second out, bringing up long ball. Then it'll be a fly ball into center field, and that is going to be caught just at the warning track for a 1-2-3 inning there for the Firehawks that go to the top of the third.
Brian Duke Jr., the shortstop, will ground out to the California shortstop, Gladdy Guerrero. Mojo Rising will pop fly that one to the first baseman. Arthur Morgan taking care of that. And Damian Chambers will get on board with a base hit. So now we have a runner on first with 2 outs for Joshua Bolton. Steal attempt. Safe at second is Chambers. And Bolton pop fly that one out right about on top of the second base bag. And the shortstop, Guerrero, will take care of it for out number 3. Heading to the bottom of the third now, 1-0 Ranas.
And we'll have the DH Ren Foster start the inning off with the ground ball to the second base. For the first out, French Fry is going to line out to the center fielder, bringing up Dan King Jr., who's going to line that one in the left field for a 2-out base hit, bringing up the second baseman Salmon Arms. Full count, and they're going to take it looking. And that'll end the inning here as they strand 1. Still down 1-0 as we head to the top of the fourth.
Pilsudski will ground that right to the first baseman. Round number 1, Gilbert Hooper will follow with a ground out of his own. This one to the third base side. Ferguson will draw a walk on a full count. Good plate discipline there. Runner on first, 2 outs for Clements, who drives that to deep center field all the way back to the wall. Is French Fry, but he makes the grab for out number 3. Ranas still lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
All right, middle of the order here for the Firehawks. In the bottom of the fourth, Tunch Denstro is going to lead it off here with a ground ball to the second baseman for an out. Arthur Morgan will strike out on the fastball there. Bringing up Danny Brennan, the Firehawks left fielder, in his second season. 2-1 count. That'll be a ground ball to the second baseman, so another 1-2-3 inning here. Still down 1-0. Heading to the top of the fifth. Not much going.
Juniors will be up next. Strobel Jr. and Duke Jr. Strobel Jr. will get on board with a single. See if Duke Jr. will do the same. He will. Back-to-back singles for Strobel and Duke Jr.'s. Runners on first and third with no one out for Mojo Rising. Fly ball into shallow left center field. All the way out goes Gladys Guerrero to grab it. Damian Chambers. Fly out to center field. Runner coming for the plate. Safe at home is Strobel Jr., increasing the Puerto Rico lead by 1. It is now 2-0. Joshua Bolton pop flies that one. Second baseman coming in, and Salmon Arms will take care of it. Out number 3, we head to the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 in favor of Puerto Rico.
And halfway through this game, see if California can get something going. And Gladys Guerrero will ground out to the second baseman there. Seen a lot of that, but then long ball is going to work a 4-pitch walk. So that'll put a runner on here for Ren Foster. And that'll be a base hit down the line in right field, and that'll move the runner all the way over to third. So runners at the corners here for the top of the lineup. French fry. That'll be ground ball 6-4-3 double play. California just not able to get anything going right now. Still down 2-0 as we head to the top of the sixth. Oh
Pilsudski,
boy.
deep drive to right field. That one is gone. Solo shot will increase the Ranas lead. 3-0 is the score now. Pilsudski took that 1 yard, 402 feet on the how far did it fly. Ranas now up
Wall
3-0.
scraper.
What's up?
Wall scraper.
Yeah. Hooper is going to ground out, and now here's Ferguson, the DH. He'll go down on the strikeout, and now it's Styles Clements, the right fielder.
Tahini Lord on the bump now.
Oh yeah, Tahini Lord just entered, got the strikeout. And will
Ooh.
immediately then issue another solo shot, this one to Styles Clements, who is going to go yard to make it 4-0 in favor of the Ranas. Man, they heard all the smack we were talking in the pregame about how they don't match up well against the Firehawks pitching, and how the Firehawks match up much better against the Ranas pitching. And they took that to
Yeah.
heart. 4 runs in 6 innings as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Ranas lead 4-0.
Someone definitely took something personally.
Yeah.
Dan King Jr. is going to lead off this inning with a loud fly out to center field. Salmon Arms is going to follow it up with another loud out to left, bringing up Tunch Denstro, who is going to strike out, looking for another 1-2-3 inning. California offense is really not getting anything going this game. We've got the 3-2 hits in the first inning and nothing much after.
Brian Duke Jr. will strike out. Here's Mojo Rising with the base paths empty and 1 away. It'll be a ground out to the second baseman, Salmon Arms. And here's Damian Chambers. Strike 3, swinging. As Tahini Lord racks up their 3rd strikeout. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 7th. After the stretch, it is still 4-0 here in California.
Good reminder for me to pat my back. Arthur Morgan with a ground out to the second baseman, bringing up Danny Brennan. He's going to fly this one into center field for the second out of the inning, bringing up the shortstop, Gladys Barrero. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. And quick work of them for another 1-2-3 inning. So Puerto Rico pitching really just coming on strong here today.
Joshua Bolton, the first baseman, will get on board with a single against Tahini Lord to lead off the top of the 8th. Pickoff attempt, and they
Ooh.
got him! Successful pickoff by Carl Wilson, who just entered the game and immediately picked off the runner. Pilsudski will get on board with a single. He's heading for second. Caught stealing by Denstro is Pilsudski. Hooper will ground out to end the inning. Ranas do not add to their lead. It stays at 4. We head to the bottom of the 8th to see if California can put some runs on the board here.
All right, 6 outs to go. Long ball will lead off this inning with a fly out to right field, bringing up the DH Ren Foster. He's going to get a base hit into right field, putting a runner at first. Oh, and they're going to. Oh no, they're going to get thrown out trying to be greedy. And then French Fry is going to pop out to the catcher. So base running aggressiveness really not paying dividends here for the. It normally does for the Firehawks, but not today. It seems to be their weakness here.
Thomas Ferguson, the DH, against Carl Wilson, will get a base hit. Styles Clements will do the same. That one down the line left. That one's going to be extra bases, though, as Styles Clements gets on board with a double. Skyler Strobel Jr. lines that down the first base line, and the throw is late. So RBI single by Skyler Strobel Jr. as the Ranas increase their lead to 5 now. Brian Duke Jr. will pop fly that one out to shallow left, caught easily by Dan King Jr. Mojo Rising will get a base hit, and that's going to extend the lead to 6 now. Ranas are not done with this series. They were down 3-1 in the series. And it's looking like, if things remain as they are, that it will be 3-2 after this game. Quick single. And now we have bases loaded. Fly out to straightaway center field. And that will be a sac fly as Ranas increase their lead to 7. 7-0 now. Pilsudski, runners on first and second, 2 outs, will draw a walk against Sloth Nation.
Making the call.
Hooper
Oh.
will strike out. What call were you going to make there? Strikeout, right? You were correct. Bottom of the ninth coming up, 7-0 Ranas.
All right, I've seen crazier. Let's see what happened here. Dan King Jr. leading it off the right way with a base hit into left field. See what Salmon Arms can follow it up 1-2, and that'll be another base hit. So strong start here. Runners at first and second for the catcher Tunch Denstro, who's going to strike out on the third pitch there. Bringing up Arthur Morgan, 1-2, and that's a line out to the second baseman Danny Brennan. Ground ball to the third baseman, and they'll throw it over, and that'll end the game. 7-0 shutout here from the Ranas. 15 hits as an offense. What a game. And we'll take a look at the box. Quick look at the box score since we just watched that game. A couple of two-hit performances from Rising and Chambers and Pilsudski. 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Styles Clements, as well as 2 hits from Strobel Jr. Not much going in the way of the Firehawks, but we did have a 3-hit performance from Dan King Jr. and 2 hits as well from Ren Foster. For the pitching, Quest is going to get the win, going 6 innings of shutout ball, 4 Ks, and Janviers. I think that's my French impression right there. That's the best you're going to get. They're going to get the save, going 3 innings of shutout relief. Silence is going to get the loss, going 5 1/3 with 3 earned runs. And Styles Clements, with that performance, is going to be your player of the game.
Okay, I was just curious. Styles Clements was a triple shy of the cycle. I was like,
Ooh,
we saw the home run, we saw the double. I was curious if where we were at with that, but just a triple shy of the cycle. Absolutely deserved player of the game.
the hardest part.
Yeah, it's always that 3 bagger that trips you up. But advancing the day, saving,
Right, do we have
and
Niners
minors
games?
game
This
I
should be
believe
a
is on
Miners travel
minors
day,
travel day.
so
So majors it is. Serpents stamina check. We'll
yeah,
do
we got.
Seattle
Ignore me.
stamina check.
All right.
For let's see, Arya is at 63%, slightly tired. They are the scheduled starter. Duke Singh 87, Aaron Beckett 96, Sullivan 80%, Lynch 71, Beeler 100%. Demons wanted a stamina check on everyone. We'll do. Scheduled starter Cameron Grimes at 100, Schultz 90, Page 98, Alexander 100, Ness 100, O'Quarters 98, Pepe 96. There you go, Demons. Serpents, Demons, any changes after the stamina check? Oh, three TOs. Okay. Oh, they already got it. Sorry, I didn't see that until just now, Attica. Who wins, Seattle or DVS is the prediction.
who's, who's the mod?
Should be Detroit instead of DVS. So Detroit or Seattle. One person put 600 channel points on Seattle. One person put 1 point on Detroit to make it a 0.17% chance to win for a second there.
Oh, wow.
Uh, that's funny.
Imagine the odds, though.
Serpents
I
say they're
mean, the
good to
payout
go.
there is
Demons have
ridiculous.
changes. They say Pepe to stopper. 7th and close. High
Levered?
leverage. Quentin to setup. 6th or later. None. Schultz to middle relief. Use more often. High leverage. And then Page to middle relief. Normal. None. That look good for your Demons? Any changes? Or any further changes, I should say? Good to
Perfect.
go. Okay, so we are all set then. Demons and Serpents both are good to go.
All
So
right.
we are,
Looks like we can get this game going.
yeah, game number 6 of the Champions Conference Finals. Who will meet Boise in the World Series? Will it be Detroit or will it be Seattle? If it is Seattle, they've got to win the next 2 games to do it. If it's Detroit, they only need to win one of the next 2. So we have a who wins a
It's
submission
looking.
closing in about 2 minutes. Scud, what are you seeing between these 2 teams here?
Pitching's definitely on the side of just going off the ratings. Pitching's definitely on the side of Seattle, but I know that Detroit was the literal team to beat for the entire PBE. I think they had the best record. So I mean, there's a reason this series has gone back and forth so far. So it's just going to be, honestly, I really don't know who's going to win this one. I mean, I'm hoping for good baseball, and I hope that everyone has fun.
Well, hopefully everyone
It,
does have fun.
it's the playoffs; not everyone's going to have fun.
That's true. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of heartbreak. There's
Yeah,
um
we experienced that.
yeah,
We know that very well.
all too well, unfortunately. But we are about
10-minute
ready to get
version.
on into game. Do you have a preference, Scud, on which team you want to take for this one?
I'll take the Serpents. You started the last game, so I'll start this one.
All right, sounds good. So, Sea Serpents will be taking on Cameron Grimes on the mound in the top of the first here with Scud Muffin on the call. Take it away, Scud.
Good muffin on the call. Happy muffin. Tired muffin. Hasn't eaten muffin.
Hungry Muffin.
Cody Cochan here to lead it off. Full count. That's going to be a ground ball over to the second baseman. Diving play, and that'll be thrown over for the first out of the ball game. Cacao here. Ground ball to second base for the second out of the inning. Krupakosov, full count, 2 outs. They will work the full count walk, bringing up the third baseman, Jose Slaseco. 2-1 count to Slaseco, and that'll be a ground ball to shortstop, and they'll throw it over to second for the fielder's choice, and that'll be the end of the inning. So the Sea Serpent strand 1, we head to the bottom of the first.
Barry Bonds, the leadoff hitter for Detroit, right fielder. He's going to strike out for out number 1 here. Keegan Halverson, the catcher, hitting .222 in the playoffs so far. Versus Athena Aria. Keegan Halverson goes down the strikeout as well. Here's Adam Malott, the shortstop. Adam Malott will go down and strikes as well. Athena Aria striking out the side to start off the game. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the top of the second with no score here in Detroit.
All right, rock out with your Crocs out. It's going to rock out with a single to right there. Bringing up Bob Babiperson, the second baseman for Seattle, who's going to strike out on the 0-2 pitch. Bringing up Cal Root, the left fielder. 2-1 count to Cal Root, ground ball to the first baseman. Oh, and it pulls a Billy Buckner right through the legs. That'll put runners at second and third there on the double. Bringing up Forbes Jr., ground ball up the middle. Infield single, that'll score the first run of the ball game. RBI single from Forbes Jr., bringing up the center fielder Shane Knox. Ground ball to short, 6-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning, but not before Seattle scores the first run of the ball game. 3 hits that inning as well. And head to the bottom of the second.
We'll start with Jimmy Blamo against Athena Aria. Quick grounder to third. That's going to be out number 1. Here's Scruff McGruff. Strike 3. And that's going to be Larry B. Burnside, the DH. No one on, 2 outs. Fly ball into left, going all the way back is the shortstop, Forbes Jr., who pulls it down for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Demons as we head to the top of the third. 1-0.
Can we check the shortstop's range there? Good Lord. Coach Ann's going to work the 4-pitch walk to start us off here in the top of the third, bringing up Ryan Cacao. And there's a wild pitch, and that'll move the runner over to second. 1-2 count for Cacao. There's a fly out in the left field for the first out of the inning, bringing up the catcher Krupakosov, full count. And that'll be a walk as well. And runners at first and second here for Slaseco. Hard line drive, but a diving catch by the center fielder, Scruff McGruff. Rock out with your Crocs out. It's going to rock out all the way to right center. 3-run home run for the Seattle first baseman, making this a 4-0 ball game. 2 outs, 1-2 count. You were 1 strike away from ending the inning. But then Bob Babbitt will end the inning there on the line drive to right field, but not before Crocus out, hits a 3-run home run, making this a 4-0 ball game. Bottom of the third we go.
James Lutz will strike out to start off the bottom of the third here. Here's Jaguar, the third baseman. Hitting only 188 so far this playoffs, and that average will continue to fall as a fly out to right will be out number 2. Robbie Jackinson, our second over to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Sea Serpent still in front 4-0 as we head to the top of the fourth.
The real reason I wanted you to take the Demons, I didn't want to forget Jackinson's first name again. And Hatsukaru will lead off this inning with a fly out in the left field, bringing up Forbes Jr., who hits a line drive in the left field for the second out. 2-0 count to Shane Knox. That'll be a base hit right into the left field, bringing up the top of the order in Cody Kochan, switch hitting right fielder, who's going to hit a fly ball, towering drive, and caught at the warning track. Very anticlimactic ending there. But 3 up, 3 down, so it looks like Grimes is starting to settle down just a little bit as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Barry Bonds, the leadoff hitter, back up again, and a quick ground out to second will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Keegan Halverson will get a base hit. That's the first hit of the day for the Demons. Brings up Adam Malott, the shortstop. Runner on first, one away. Fly out to right. Easy grab for Cochin. Now here's Blamo. Strike out, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the fifth. 4-0 in favor of Seattle. We'll see if they can extend their lead.
I should not have napped before the stream. That was a big yawn. I had to beat myself, but Cacao is going to strike out on the 2-2 pitch to lead off the top of the fifth. Bringing up Krapakov. Strike out as well. Krapakov before that at bat was hitting .500 this postseason. But that'll bring up Slaseco, who's going to hit the pop fly into foul territory, caught by the first baseman, Blamo. That'll be another 1-2-3 inning here for the Detroit defense as we head down to the bottom of the fifth.
Scruff McGruff will draw a walk to lead off the bottom of the fifth here. Larry B. Burnside grounds that to second, over to second for one, back over first, double play, clearing the base paths. Here's James Lutz, strikeout. That was strikeout number 7 for Athena Aria through 5. And heading to the top of the sixth, Seattle still leads 4-0 here in Detroit.
All right, rock out with your Crocs out on the 2-strike count. We'll fly out to right field to get us going here in the top of the sixth. Bob Babbitt with a ground ball to the pitcher, thrown out. Great defense there from Peter Ness. And Cal Rue will hit a ground ball to third baseman, thrown over to the bag. Great throw there by the third baseman for the third out of the inning. Still 4-0 as we head down to the bottom of the sixth.
Jet Jaguar, the third baseman, will fly that out to right center field. The center fielder, Knox, will take care of it. Robbie Jackinson grounds that to the first baseman for out number 2, and here's Barry Bonds. Strike 3, swinging. And they go down 1-2-3 once again. Aria clean through 6 innings, no earned runs given up. We get to the top of the seventh.
All right, Forbes Jr. going to start us off with a loud fly ball into center field, caught at the warning track for the first out. Full count to Knox, and they're going to work the 1-out walk, bringing up the right fielder, Cochin, who will strike out and throw him out as they get the double play there. Wow, it was solid defense there. Stretch time, bottom of the seventh.
And after stretching out, Keegan Halverson is going to stretch out a double here to lead off the bottom of the seventh. Adam Malott lines that right to the shortstop for out number 1. Here's Blamo. Grounder third over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Here's Scruff McGruff, the center fielder. Grounder second, on to first, and that's going to be out number 3. So despite getting the leadoff runner into scoring position, Demons can't bring him around to score. That brings up the top of the 8th. Seattle still leads 4-0.
All right, Ryan Cacao will start us off here with a 3-1 putout, my bad. But then Krapakov is going to get a base hit into left field, bringing that average back up to 500. And then a long drive by Slaseco, and that'll be over the head and over the fence as well for a 2-run home run for Slaseco. 6-0 now. So they're just widening that lead. Croxout's going to work a walk on the full count, bringing up the second baseman, Bob Babbitt-Person. He's going to hit a base hit up the middle. We'll see if they send him. They don't, so that'll put runners at first and second here for Hatsukaru. That'll be a base hit into left field, rolling all the way to the wall. We'll see if they score two here, and they won't send the second runner, so that'll just be one RBI double for Kauru, bringing up the shortstop, Mike Forbes Jr. As Andrew Alexander comes, he's been in, uh, and that'll be a double for Forbes Jr. as they get on the board with 5 runs this inning, only 1 out gotten. That'll make that 2 outs as Shane Knox will strike out on the 1-2 count, bringing up Cochan, who will also strike out as Finn Schultz came in there to get the final 2 outs of the inning, but not before Seattle scores 5 in the top of the 8th as we head down to the bottom of the 8th.
Tough hill to climb here for the Demons to take Game 6 here. Already down 9 with only 2 innings to play, and Larry B. Burnside will strike out, as will James Lutz to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Jet Jaguar steps in. Athena Aria still on the mound, 7.2 innings, 10 strikeouts so far. And a fly out to center field will make it 8 innings of shutout ball for Athena Aria on the start so far today. Probably won't see them in the ninth, but here we go, top of the ninth.
I bet we will. All right, Kakal's going to strike out to start us off here in the top of the 9th, bringing up Kripakosov, who's going to fly out to the third baseman for the second out, bringing up Slaseko, who's going to strike out for a quick 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th. And we will see if Aria comes out for the bottom half of the inning,
Oh,
and they
it's
don't.
gonna be Evan Beeler. I was worried about that stamina. That stamina at the beginning of the game was fairly low. But Jackinson will immediately draw a walk, as will Barry Bonds. We have runners in first and second now for Keegan Halverson. Line drive, it's going to be off the wall on a fly. That will be a double for Halverson, scoring a run, no shutout. 9-1 now. Here's Adam Lott, liner right to the right fielder. That's going to be out number 1 in this inning. Jimmy Blamo will pop fly that up. Second baseman comes over, but Bipperson takes care of that. Down to the last out are the Demons, Scruff McGruff. Line drive to the right fielder, and that's going to do it. Seattle is going to tie up the conference finals at 3 games apiece here after game number 6.
We
Which
have
means
game 7 on our
we do
hands.
have a game number 7. So looking at the pitching decisions, Athena Aria will get the win, of course. 8 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Amazing pitching performance by Athena Aria. Cameron Grimes takes the loss for Detroit, and Athena Aria will be your player of the game. And I think, as we mentioned, we have a minors
Travel
travel day.
day.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and advance the day and save. And we'll head to the minors for their game number 6. Miners GM's changes. Looks like Ranos wants stamina checks on Parko, who is at 87. McThumper, 96. Heater, 98. Town. Where's Town? Am I missing it? All the way at the top. Town, 100. Geneves, 60%, and Yates, the starter, is at 100%. Any changes, Ronis? Let us know. Firehawks want a stamina check as well. 100% for the scheduled starter. Marston, 100%. Whiplash, 100%. Lord is at 74. 100% for Biglet, and Nestor West is at 96. White's at 100%. Brian Wilson is at 88. Carl Wilson at 83. Slav Nation, 95. Jolie, 98. And Mansdad and Lower both at 100. Okay, Ronis have changes. Anthony Parco, middle relief. Use more often. High leverage. Cooperstown stopper 8th and close. High leverage. Looks good. Kevin McThumper should be at setup. Sixth or later. High leverage. Yep. And G knives to none specified, avoid high leverage, and A. Heater to long relief normal. Heater's already at long relief normal and NA. Any other changes, Ronas, or does that look good for you? Firehawks. Want the Wilsons moved to long relief normal. Long relief normal. Long relief normal. Do you want to keep their specialist roles as their secondary, or do you want those to be changed, Lumo?
Looks like we're getting rid of them.
So they're good. Remove specialist. Okay. All right, that looked good. Question mark. Say they're good. Firehawks.
All good.
Alrighty.
All right.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Oops. Wait. No, not oops. Okay. I hit the back button on my mouse, and I thought that added the specialist roles back because I saw specialists over
Oh,
here, but I was looking at West and White instead of the Wilsons. We're good.
don't give yourself a heart attack.
Already giving myself enough of a heart attack tonight.
Oh,
All right. Miners game number 6. Firehawks versus the Ranas. California
Los
leads the series
Ramos.
3-2. Prediction ended. Doesn't look like we have. Oh, we do have a new prediction. Just as I was saying, over under runs scored 9.5 is the. I'm paranoid. No, okay, good. 9.5 over under for runs scored. Make sure you get your predictions in if you want those sweet, sweet channel points.
Let AJ know once you get your prediction in,
Yeah.
as always.
Yep. California looking to put the bookend on this one and advance to the World Series against the Amarillo Armadillos. Puerto Rico looking forward to Game 7 by winning Game 6 right here, right now. Scott, anything you're seeing between these two teams? Doesn't look like there's been um, a lot of at bats for the Ranas against California's starting pitcher.
It's it's because they were a reliever at the beginning of the season, so probably when they looks like they switched to starter in the middle of the season, so probably um, that would probably be why. I don't know why I'm stumbling over words.
It's because of a long
I've
stream so far. We're winding
been doing
down.
this. I've been doing this for at least a season and a half now. You'd think I'd know what I'm doing, but apparently not. No, it's just bleh. Not my sharpest co-host day. I hope I get the
It's
bad
all
one
good.
out because y'all get me on Saturday.
Yeah, we got but we're winding down this stream. We got minimum of 2 games, maximum of 3 games remaining. If Puerto Rico wins here, we'll see 3 more streamed games, including this one. If California wins, we'll only see this one and Game 7 between Detroit and Seattle. So we've only got a few left. So why don't we get on into it then? Let's see, predictions have closed. Over under 9.5 runs scored.
I'm
Uh,
taking my not my Ranas, my
Uranus, you're
Firehawks
taking the
here.
Raws. All right, I'll start
No, no,
us
no,
off.
no.
All right, go ahead and take your Firehawks. The starting lineup versus Grayson Yates, future Vandal prospect right there, Grayson Yates.
Hey,
And we got another Vandal prospect on the Firehawks with Dan King Jr. So,
let's
uh,
go. Battle of the Vandals.
yeah, Battle of the Vandals GMs and the Vandals prospects. Take us away, Scud.
It's the Vandals Bowl. All right, here we go. And Arthur Morgan here, the first baseman, is going to lead us off with a swinging bunt to the catcher for the first out of the inning. And Gladys Guerrero is going to fly out to the first baseman, bringing up Salmon Arms. He's going to hit a ground ball down the line, and they will get all the way into second base on the sliding double, bringing up the four-hole French fry, who's going to hit a ground ball to the second baseman, and they will throw it over for the third out of the inning. So they strand 1-on-1 hit as we head down to the bottom of the first.
It's going to be Mojo Rising first up, drawing the walk. And that's going to be Hooper and Chambers. Hooper will ground into a beautiful 5-4-3 double play. It's about as easy as to draw him up. And Chambers will go down on the ground out. So quick. So Hippocrates faces the minimum amount of batters of 3 as we head to the top of the second.
And future Vandal Dan King Jr. is going to lead us off with a ground out to the shortstop. Bringing up Tunch Denstro, co-GM of the Buffalo Surge, as he will strike out on the 2-2 pitch. Bringing up Danny Brennan, the left fielder, hitting in the 7-hole, 1-1 count. That'll be a ground ball to the second baseman, thrown over for the third out of the inning. So with 1-2-3 inning there for Grayson Yates. Still one hit, nothing going. Bottom of the second we go.
Pilsudski will pop fly that one out to Dan King Jr. Joshua Bolton will strike out, and here's Styles Clements, the right fielder. He's a triple shy of the cycle in the previous game that we watched. See if his hot hitting continues here. Won't in this at bat with a quick ground out to the shortstop to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Ronas as we head to the top of the third.
So far, we've got a pitcher's duel as we head to the top of the third. We'll see what Ren Foster has to say about that, as they say they're going to strike out. Swinging on the 2-2 pitch, bringing up the 9-hole right fielder long ball. Full count. That'll be a ground ball to the first baseman, taking over himself for the out. Arthur Morgan, fly ball into center field, and that'll be caught for the third out of the inning. So yet another 1-2-3 inning here as we quickly move down to the bottom of the third.
Strobel Jr., the catcher, up first. High pop fly, and it's going to be caught by Salmon Arms. Both the second baseman and the shortstop hustle down into the outfield for that one. Brian Duke Jr. will get a base hit into center field. First hit of the day for the Ronas. Thomas Ferguson, though, will pop fly that one, and Guerrero will run all the way in to take care of that. A quick ground out to the first baseman will end the inning for the Ronas. They do get their first hit of the day, but no runs scored. Top of the fourth, no score here in Puerto Rico.
And here we go. Gladys Guerrero is going to start us off with a 4-3 putout for the first out. Salmon Arms, 0-1 count for the 6-3 putout. Bringing up French Fry, who will hit a fly ball all the way to the center field wall. And that looks to be 2 extra bases, and that will be a sliding double. Bringing up Dan King Jr., who's going to strike out on the 0-2 pitch, stranding that runner in scoring position as we head down to the bottom of the fourth. Just the hit in that inning. One left on base.
Gilbert Hooper will fly out to Gladys Guerrero in shallow left center. Damian Chambers will draw a walk. Now here's Pilsudski. We will watch as Chambers takes off for second, safe with the stolen bag. Pilsudski, deep fly to center field, caught by French Fry. Now here's Joshua Bolton. Bolton goes down on the strikeout, and that will end the inning. Still no score here in Puerto Rico as we head to the top of the fifth.
All right. Tunch Denstro here to lead us off with a swinging strikeout, bringing us to the 7-hole Danny Brennan as we wait for them to throw the ball around. 1-0 count, and Danny Brennan's going to line one into the right field wall, and that should be extra bases, and he will slide in safe at second with a double. Bringing up Ren Foster, 1-2 count, swinging and a miss. 2 outs after that strikeout, bringing up long ball, who's going to strike out looking to end the inning. California gets another hit, but does nothing with it as they strand another with runner in scoring position. Bleh. As we head down to the bottom of the fifth.
Styles Clements, quick line out. Skyler Strobel will sky that to right, and that will be caught by long ball. Brian Duke Jr. will ground out to second, and that's going to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning as we head to the top of the sixth. Still no score here in Puerto Rico.
All right, top of the sixth, Arthur Morgan. Top of the Morgan to you as he works a 4-pitch walk, bringing up Gladdy Barrero, who's going to strike out on the check swing. And that'll bring up the 3-hole Rusty Salmon Arms. Arthur Morgan takes off for second and is safe at second. And Salmon Arms, deep left field, but caught. Maybe not deep, but it's left field. Close enough. And French Fry is going to hit a fly ball into center field, going back, and caught at the warning track for the third out of the inning. So 3 innings in a row of California getting a runner at second, but not doing anything with him. Bottom of the 6th we go.
Bottom of the 6th, bottom of the order with the number 9 hitter, Thomas Ferguson. Goes down on a strikeout. Here's Mojo Rising. And Rising will fly out a diving catch by French Fry out there in center field. Gilbert Hooper will go right back to French Fry for out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning once again. We head to the top of the 7th, a real pitcher's duel here with only 4 hits between both teams over 6 innings.
And Dan King Jr. is going to ground out to the second baseman for the first out. Then Tunch Denstro is going to ground out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning, bringing up Danny Brennan. He's going to hit a fly ball into center field, and that'll be at the wall. We'll see if he can get 3 here, and he will go. So at least get a runner to third. That's the farthest a California base runner has gone all game. And then the base hit from Ren Foster for the first run of the ball game, as it's 1-0 here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, 1-0 count for long ball. There's a ground ball to second base, and that'll be the third out of the inning. But California finally gets that first run of the ball game as we head into the stretch.
Will the Firehawks hold on to this lead? Start off with Damian Chambers, who grounds out to first. Pilsudski ground out as well. This one to third base. Joshua Bolton, the first baseman. Fly ball into right field, and yet another 1-2-3 inning as the Ranas offense has just been stymied by Hippocrates on the mound for the Firehawks. We head to the top of the 8th.
All right, top of the order. And Arthur Morgan's going to strike out swinging on the full count pitch for the first out, bringing up the shortstop Gladdy Barrero. 2-2 count. And they're going to take a look at strike 3. So 2 outs here for the 3-hole Rusty Salmon Arms. We'll see what they can do. Maybe get a little insurance going here. 1-1 count. And there's a fly ball at shallow right field, caught by the right fielder for the third out of the inning as we head down to the bottom of the 8th. Still 1-0.
It's going to be Clements, Strobel Jr., and Duke Jr. due up here. Clements will draw a walk. Now it's going to be Strobel Jr., the catcher. Line drive single into left for Strobel Jr. Clements rounded second but thought better of it as he saw the ball was already in the glove of the third baseman.
I almost thought they were going to send him.
Brian Duke Jr. will fly out. New pitcher John Marston in the game as Clements steals third. Thomas Ferguson, base hit into right. This game is tied up. Clements scores. Strobel Jr. to third. Ferguson with an RBI single. Mojo Rising is going to watch as off for second is Ferguson. Gunned down by the catcher Denstro. Rising will strike out to end the inning and end the threat. Tied up at 1 as we head to the top of the 9th. Will California take the lead back?
Oh, man. Here we go. French Fry, 2-2 count. And they're going to strike out as I'm not sure the reliever that's in the game now, but they have quite the velo on them. That'll bring up the third baseman, Dan King Jr., full count. There's a fly ball. Center fielder's not moving much, and that'll be caught for the second out, bringing up Tunch Denstro, who will strike out for the third out of the inning as we head down to the bottom of the 9th. Tie game. We'll see what Puerto Rico can do here.
Walk-off territory here or extra innings. Gilbert Hooper, a deep drive into left center, but it will be caught by French Fry. Not quite the distance. Damian Chambers will ground out to shortstop, and here's Pilsudski. Fly ball into left field, and we are headed to extra innings. Free baseball.
Free baseball.
As we head to the top of the 10th. Game still tied 1-1 here in Puerto Rico. Please no 18
way we
innings.
said that. Oh, God. That really would be chaos, Mom. Danny Brennan's going to strike out 3 pitches. As we take a look at Ryan Foster, the 8-hole 2-2 count. New pitcher in. And Ren Foster is going to strike out. Bringing up the 9-hole long ball. See what long ball can do here. 1-0 count. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Thrown. Oh, but that's an error. And he goes all the way to second, putting a runner at scoring position for the top of the order here. Arthur Morgan with the base hit in the left field. Will they send the runner? They do. And that will be a 2-1 ball game as they get the lead here in the top of the 10th. Top of the Morgan to you. Bringing up Gladdy Varel. He's going to hit a fly ball. Shallow center field caught for the third out, but California does get the lead here. We head to the bottom of the 10th. We'll see if they can hold on to this or if Puerto Rico can scratch another run.
Joshua Bolton up here. Fly ball straightaway center field, caught by French Fry. Here's Styles Clements, the right fielder. Fly ball into right. This looks like an easy can of corn as well. Last
One out
hopes for
remaining.
Skylar Strobel Jr.
Oh,
That's going to be a base hit. Lana's hopes are alive. Here's Duke Jr. Runner on first. 2 outs. Grounder to second. This could be it. California Firehawks advance to the World Series. They are going to take this series 4-2, and they will be facing off against the Amarillo Armadillos in the World Series. Congratulations go to the California Firehawks, who take down the Raws here 2-1 in extra innings. There's your box scores. Marston will get the win and the blown save. Town will get the
selfish.
loss. And that will end the minors semifinals, as HOR Hypocrites is going to be your player of the game. And that's going to go ahead and finish out the minor league semifinals.
And Marston's was just being selfish. Wanted the win for himself. Greedy.
4-2 was the final there. Go ahead and save the crawler. And we have one last game to watch. It didn't sim. Good. But here we go.
Collective sigh of relief.
Yeah, this, oh my god. Seattle versus Detroit. Oh wait, we got to do changes.
Mm-hmm.
Serpents have changes. Okay. Move to one-man rotation. Goose are starting. Aria to none specified. Avoid high leverage. Yep.
Check the stand, though.
Rag to mineral leaf, use more often. Beeler to none specified. Avoid high leverage. Lynch to none specified. Avoid high leverage. I'm guessing NA on the secondary roll. Let me know if you want that changed back to mineral leaf. Arya's stamina is at 0%. So let me know if you have any changes or if you want that Lynch secondary changed back to mineral leaf. In the meantime, I'll check on the demons here. Demon stam check on
Kind of sad Laser
Dirty.
doesn't at me, he only ats you.
Ryden Dirty is at 60% tired, but Damian Jensen Crenshaw, the scheduled starter, is at 93%. Let me know if you have any changes there. Okay, Serpents are good to go. Can you make Dirty a bullpen guy? So to see the relief pitcher stamina? Sure. It doesn't show for some reason. That's weird.
I think they might have just meant put him in the bullpen. Oh. Oh, changes position to reliever.
I don't think we can do that. I don't think that's against the rule. Unless we're changing it to relief pitcher and then changing it back to starting pitcher, but I don't know if that's going to change ratings.
I think it does because I think it bumps
could
up
mess some
stuff.
up. Yeah, it could mess some stuff
Yeah.
up. I don't want to do that. So do you want him in the...
I mean, could have technically changed it to RP, looked at the stamina, then changed it back to SP. I don't know.
Fuse more often, closer for Dirty. Okay. Also put the following to none specified, use less often, none. Okay. Ness. None specified. There's no use less often. I'm assuming you want to avoid high leverage instead. So I'll run under that assumption, but let me know if you want it just to normal. And then Andrew Alexander, none specified, avoid high leverage, NA. Alright, we'll go ahead and save real quick. That should hopefully readjust that. So now we have none specified, avoid high leverage with no secondary for Alexander, Ness, and Schultz. Flip Blamo and Malott in the lineup for both right-handed pitchers and left-handed pitchers, or just whatever user is for both. Okay.
Both of them.
Blamo and Malott. Blamo at 2,
Nope.
Malott at 3. Wait.
Mm.
Laser says both. Plague says versus left. I'll do both. Blamo and Malott. Blamo to 3, Malott to 4 versus lefties. Okay, both is fine. All right, fair enough. It'll get adjusted next lineup card change, I guess.
Yeah.
Anything else, Demons, or are you good? Happy to make any more changes. Couldn't remember which hand it was. I said both. Okay.
Attaboy, Laser. All right, Demons are good to go.
Send it. All right, cool.
Serpent's good to go.
Series tie at 3. Game number 7. Seattle, Detroit. Boise is waiting for the winner in the World Series. Hold on, I'm going to cancel real quick. I want to make sure that the minor league. Oh wait, it's the same day, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
World Series isn't even showing on the schedule, so we're all good. Okay. Enoch was like, "Hey, if one league finishes before the other league, make sure that the World Series isn't showing up." Totally understand.
Yeah.
But in this case, It's on the same day, so both are ending on the same day. So, game number 7, winner take all. Winner heads to the World Series to face off against the Boise Raptors. Eldorian, I believe, mentioned in the chat earlier, as submissions are closed, actually, so we should be doing this quickly. An expansion team is going to be getting their second ring now that Boise has advanced. Like he said, if Boise advances, an expansion team will be getting a second ring for their first time ever. Only the original 6 charter teams have won the World Series more than once. So we will see a expansion team get their second ring for the first time ever, be it the Boise Raptors, the Detroit Demons, or the Seattle Sea Serpents. Going to be interesting to see who it is. Do you have a preference on which one you want to take for this one, Scud?
I'll take the Demons this time.
All right, so I will go ahead and so that probably means that depending on, I guess it depends on who's leading going into the 9th. I was gonna say you might be making the last call of the game if it's a.
That's fine by me.
It's a walk-off, or if it's a.
Maybe. Last out.
I guess if the Demons are winning and Seattle doesn't score in the top of the 9th, then I would be making the last call. But other than that, no. All right. Anyway, Seattle Sea Surfers versus the Detroit Demons. It's true, Boise did only win as Utah though, but the franchise, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Demons did win a tie, but Sports Ghost DRJ, the first, it would be the second ring for one of these 3 teams, and none of the expansion teams have won a second ring yet. They've only won.
Gotcha.
They've only won 1 ring, and all 3 of these have won at exactly 1 ring. And yeah, Boise won as Utah, but still. Anyway, all right. Seattle Sea Serpents versus the Detroit Demons. Damian Jansen Crenshaw on the mound for the Demons, facing off against the Seattle Sea Serpents starting lineup. I am going to go ahead and take us into game. Cody Kochin, Ryan Kakao, and Krzysztof Kropotkrasov will lead it off here in Detroit. Jansen Crenshaw on the mound. Kochin going to get Seattle started off quickly with a single into left field. Here's Ryan Kakao. Fly ball into left field. Should be an easy can of corn for Lutz, and it is. Runner first, 1 away. Kropotkrasov lines that right to Jaguar for 2. Here's Slaseco. Line drive into left. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the runners on first and second now for Croxout. And strikeout by Croxout will bring us to the bottom of the first. No runs scored.
All right, Barry Bonds leading us off here, 1-2 count, and that's going to be a strikeout from Booze Gooser for the first out of the bottom of the first. Taking the plate is Keegan Halverson, the catcher. Full count, and they're going to strike out swinging, and that'll bring up Jimmy Blammo, the first baseman. See what he can do here. 1-2 count, and he's going to strike out as well. So strike 1-2-3, strike out the side for Booze Gooser. So we head down to the top. No, we head up to the top of the second.
Bob the Bipperson, the second baseman, is going to go down on strikes. Strike 3 called on the circle change. Hatsu Kaoru, the left fielder, hitting 200 this postseason. The average will fall below 200 as a quick ground out to second baseman sends him back to the bench. Mike Forbes Jr., the shortstop, will strike out, and that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning, and the third strikeout racked up for Jansen Crenshaw. We head to the bottom of the second.
All right, Adam Malott, 1-2 count, is going to strike out on the check swing there. So 4 hitters, 4 Ks for Booze Gooser, bringing up Scruff McGruff. 3-1 count. That'll be a fly ball caught by the first baseman in foul territory, bringing up Larry B. Burnside. And they're going to work the 3-1 walk, bringing up James Lutz. And there's a wild pitch as Burnside will go to second. 2-2 count. James Lutz will strike out to strain that runner at second base. Still nothing going. 0-0. We head to the top of the third.
Shane knocks the first one up. Pop fly to the third baseman, Jaguar. Easy grab for out number 1. Here's Cody Cochin. Fly ball into right center field. It's going to be tracked down by the right fielder Bonds for out number 2. Cacao, though, will get that one down the line and right. It's going to be a double for Ryan Cacao. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, Kripokrasov. Deep fly to left field, all the way back to the warning track is Lutz, and just barely at the wall is going to haul it in. So no runs scored on that one. We head to the bottom of the third for Detroit's next look at it.
Jaguars going to lead us off here with a ground ball to the shortstop for the first out of the inning, bringing up Robbie Jackinson. It's going to be a ground out to the pitcher, 1-3 put out, bringing up the leadoff man, Barry Bonds. He's going to hit a ground ball to the second baseman, 4-3 put out for the third out of the inning. So still nothing going for the Detroit offense. We head to the top of the fourth.
T. Destroyer, thank you for the Prime subscription. 3 months on the current 3-month streak. Slaseko will ground out to start off the top of the fourth here. Croxout will ground out to the second baseman, and here's Bipperson. Strike 3 as Damian Jansen Crenshaw makes quick work of the Sea Serpents in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the inning. Detroit still looking for their first hit.
All right, Keegan Halverson's going to hit a fly ball into right field, caught for the first out, bringing up Jimmy Blammo. Ground ball to the shortstop, thrown over for the second out of the inning, bringing up Adam Mellett. Ground ball, shortstop, thrown over, third out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning here for Detroit. 0-0, nothing going yet. Top of the fifth we go.
Here's Kaoru. He's going to strike out against Jansen Crenshaw, and that'll bring up Forbes Jr., the shortstop. Forbes Jr. hitting 162 so far this postseason, and that average will continue to fall on the strikeout. Strike 3 call. Here's Shane Knox, the cold-hitting center fielder. Strike 3 as Damian Jansen Crenshaw continues to work well through the Sea Serpents lineup here as they go 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth.
All right, bottom of the fifth we go. Scruff McGruff, 0-1 count, will fly out to right field, bringing up Larry B. Burnside. He's going to hit a ground ball over to the second baseman, and they bobble it, and they don't make the play, so that'll be an error. And he will redeem himself on the fielder's choice, or the 4-3 put out there. Jet Jaguar will ground out to the shortstop, and that will end the inning. So they do strand another runner at second base. No hits still, but one error there for Seattle. Top of the sixth we go.
Cody Cochin will strike out here, and now it's going to bring up Ryan Cacao. Damon Jansen Crenshaw still on the mound, working into their 6th inning of work here. That'll be a base hit over the heads of the shortstop as Ryan Cacao will get on board with their 2nd base hit of the ballgame. Kripakosov will get on board as well, back-to-back singles for the Sea Serpents here. Nice Seiko, strike 3. Jansen Crenshaw gets him with the fastball. Crocs out, fly ball into left field, and that will be caught for out number 3. So the Sea Serpents get 2 runners on board. Can't get them across the plate to score. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the 6th here in Detroit.
All right, first pitch to the AB. Robbie Jackinson's going to hit a, looks like a, we're going to call that a single first base hit for Detroit today. Barry Bonds is going to hit into a 3 unassisted. They won't get the out at second. Keegan Howerson will strike out. So runner at second, 2 outs for Jimmy Blamo. Base hit up the middle. Will this be the first run of the ball game? They don't send the runner. So runners at corners here for Adam Mellett. And that'll be a fly ball deep into shallow left field for the shortstop. Pretty deep for the shortstop's range, but they do make the play for the 3rd out. So they do strand 2 more runners here. But they do get 2 hits there.
But Bipperson will get a base hit to lead off the top of the 7th here. It's going to be a double, beating out the throw. Hatsu Kaoru, pop fly, shallow center field. The shortstop Malott will grab it. Forbes Jr. grounds that to the 2nd baseman, over to first for out number 2. And here's Shane Knox, the center fielder. There are 90 feet from the plate, and that's going to be an RBI single for Shane Knox. Sea Serpents now lead 1-0 with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's Cochin. Fly ball to center field, and it will be caught by McGruff. Not before the Sea Serpents take a 1-0 lead. It's time for the stretch here in Detroit as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
My back has popped every single stretch. This Scruff McGruff will lead it off with a line drive caught by a sliding catch by the center fielder. Bree Burnside will hit a ground ball to the shortstop, and they make the play. Bang, bang play there. James Lutz, ground ball 2nd base, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning as we head to the top of the 8th. Detroit still down 1-0. 6 outs to work with.
Ryan Cacao will start us off here in the top of the 8th. Fly ball to left field. It will be caught. Pokrasov goes down on the strikeout, and we'll hear Sloth Seiko. The baseman hitting .250 in the postseason with 4 home runs, leading the team so far in the postseason with those, but won't get one here as they strike out to end the inning. Jansen Crenshaw threw 8 now, only 1 run given up. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
All right, Jet Jaguar 0-1 count. That'll be a ground ball to the shortstop thrown over, made the play for the 1st out. Robbie Jackinson, 3-1 count. They will hit a fly ball into the 2nd baseman's glove in the infield. Barry Bonds is going to get a base hit into left field, so put in a runner on for the 2-hole. Keegan Halverson, full count, 2 outs, and they strike out swinging. So Detroit getting another runner on, but not being able to do anything with it. We head to the top of the 9th.
We'll see Seattle add some insurance runs here. We'll see. Crocs out. Deep drive to left field. Diving catch by Lutz.
Play.
Robbed him of a hit there, but Bipperson will ground out to 3rd, and here's Hatsu Kaoru. Sad Pepe enters the game and immediately gets Kaoru to ground out. That's going to do it for the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, will Detroit walk it off? Will they tie it up to send us to extras, or will Seattle advance to the World Series?
We had the 3-4-5, so this is the perfect time to do it. Blamo's going to start it off with a ground ball to 2nd base for the 1st out. 0-2 count to Adam Millett. It's going to be a fly ball left field. And it's gone. They tie it up. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 9th. The first run Booze Gooser's given up all game. It comes with 1 out in the 9th inning. Bringing up Scruff McGruff. 1-1. There's a double down. That should be a double down the line for Scruff McGruff as he slides in. Bringing up Larry B. Burnside, full count. There's a fly ball. And that'll be caught for the 2nd out of the inning, bringing up James Lutz, the left fielder. That'll be a ground ball to the shortstop, thrown
Free
over
baseball.
for the 3rd. And we get free baseball again. Back-to-back elimination games with extra innings. We love to see it.
Could it get any more stressful? Extra
Yes.
innings in game number 7. Launching into right field. Mike Forbes Jr. will start us off 2-1 Sea Serpents as they take back the lead. just like
Sad
that,
Pepe.
Seattle
Sad Pepe indeed.
wants that lead back. And here's Shane Knox, the center fielder. Grounder to short. Over to first. That's going to be out number 1. Here's Cochin. Strike 3. I'll bring up Ryan Cacao, the DH. No runners on, 2 outs. 1-run lead for Seattle. Cacao goes down on the strikeout. So after the leadoff homer by Forbes Jr., Pepe knocks down the rest of them in order. Bottom of the 10th, Detroit needs another run to keep themselves alive.
All right, 2-2 count. Moose Goose are still in the game.
Wow.
Jet Jaguar is going to lead it off with the base hit up the middle, and they finally yank him. Oh, and the pitch out, and they get him at second. Oh, no. And then a base hit up the middle for Robbie Jackinson, bringing up the leadoff man, Barry Bonds. 3-1 count, and that'll be a walk. So runners at first and second here for the catcher, Keegan Halverson. See what he can do here. 3-1 count as well, and that's a walk. And that'll bring the bases loaded here for the big man, Jimmy Blamo. And that'll be a fly ball. Did they dare send the runner? Oh, did he tag?
He did.
Oh.
Wait,
what?
Throwing
did he
error.
Tag? Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. What?
And they walk it off on the
wild pitch.
Oh, no.
Wild pitch secures the Demons' victory in this series, sending them to the World Series. I don't think I've ever seen a game as high stakes as this end in that kind of fashion.
No.
A wild pitch ends the game.
This little play before that didn't even look like the runner tagged.
It didn't.
And
it
then
really didn't.
And then he just scores. Oh, no.
He did go back to the base, but it looked like he took off for home before the ball was in the glove.
Yeah. Oh,
that
no.
is an incredible way to end the series. Very unfortunate for the Seattle Sea Serpents fans, but I'm stunned that's how it ends.
This has been a Chaos Mod stream indeed. Holy moly. All right.
So, congratulations to Detroit. They will be facing Boise in a rematch of the Season 29 World Series to see which expansion team will get their second ever ring. That is...
Oh, man.
I'm shocked about that, yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna save the game.
Yeah.
I've never done highlight reel, but I'm interested to see if we can see that specific.
Yeah,
play
I want
again.
to that second to last play.
Okay, it's not giving me how do I. I don't know how to do it. I'm in over my head here. I'm just gonna exit out of the highlight reel.
Yeah, I would just go to watch replay and then just go to the bottom of the 10th.
Can you do that?
Yeah. You'll hit watch replay. Just hit start replay. I do this in Perfect Team all the time. So you're gonna go to.
I already saved it, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it should be. I don't know where it is.
I don't know. We're not.
Okay.
I'm getting nervous. Let's not do this in the final. There's been enough weird things going on today that I don't want to risk anything. But we're gonna save.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
We're gonna do the upload. And okay, Gold clipped it. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
Gold clipped that one, so go watch the clip that's in stream if you want to see that again. But yeah, I don't want to mess with things any more than I already have tonight. So congratulations to the. Oh crap! Before I did the upload, I meant to do the playoff coverage to see the series MVPs. Oh well, we'll do that after the upload, I guess. If you want to
make everyone wait to grab screenshots.
Yeah.
Love it. You're just here for the viewer retention. That's all you're here for. Making sure everyone waits to know.
I don't know, man. God, this. I do want to apologize once again to the Sloths and the Demons and the Sea Serpents and the Raptors for not getting the changes in and for quick simming games that, well, I mean, the Detroit Sea Serpents game should have been quick sim, but it should have had the changes done beforehand. Any changes that they had. I especially apologize to the Sloths, who I know were, and the Raptors, who I know who were robbed of seeing their teams either clinch a World Series berth or be eliminated from the playoffs. So I do really apologize for that. So um, that's 100% my fault. I'll learn from it. I'll be better about it in the future. I do apologize, but uh, that'll do it for the streamed games part of the Fire AJ. Yep.
Oh
Um,
man.
that'll do it for the streamed games portion of the stream. We're now in the Ask the Booth section, I guess. If anyone wants to, um, AJ officially hired to replace you. In what role, Gold? like, like the simmer guy, or like sim team head, right? Would hired to replace you in what regard? I don't know. AJ playoffs are always fun. We did have a inside the park home run uh, last season, so that was an interesting experience. Who wins both World Series? Scud, who do you have in both of these? Scud, you there?
Mm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here.
Dillos Firehawks, who do you got?
Firehawks, easy,
Firehawks? All right.
easy enough.
Gold says
Uh,
Ranas and Sloths. Gold, you realize that both of those teams are eliminated now, right? I'm guessing that's a joke. Um,
Tahini, maybe. Who
Tahini
cares?
Ranas.
No one cares about the World Series. It's
If the
all about the Tahini.
if the Tahini winds up with Ranas versus Sloths, that would be very interesting. Um, Ranas
God.
wins majors, Sloths win minors. Um, I'm
Hmm.
gonna take. You're taking the Firehawks. I'm gonna take my old team, the Dillos, and say that they go
Hmm.
back to back.
You want to
Um,
throw it in user bets?
if you want to, sure. I don't know
Yeah.
what we're betting. I don't want to go too ham because I don't typically do bets. I don't like losing hard-earned money
Oh,
to chance.
fair
But
enough.
sure,
Uh,
I'll do a small bet with you if you want to throw that in user bets.
yeah. Two and
And
a half
then
mil.
sure, that'll work.
Okay.
Boise,
Cool.
Detroit. Who do you have for that one?
Uh, man, I know there are rivals,
Hmm.
but I got to root for our fellow conference people. I
For
got to root
Boise,
for the Raptors here. Yeah.
I I don't know who to root for because I have like I think I had
My
Detroit.
prediction's already screwed up, so at this
Yeah, my
point, it's
predictions
really.
is yeah, my predictions out the window. As soon as Boise made it out of the first round, my prediction went out the window. I think I had New York making the World Series actually, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so
Call me crazy. I had Vancouver winning it,
you are crazy.
but I'm just a very hopeful. I had a very hopeful
That's very
GM.
optimistic. That's very optimistic. I
Well, I operate by the same rules of I can't bet against my team. So if I'm going to throw money on a casino thing, I have to bet that the Vandals are going to win.
I almost always bet against the Vandals because that way, if we lose, there's some consolation to it, where it's like, okay, at least I got the primetime prediction correctly. Um, it,
Oh no, I go all in.
but yeah, so,
I
it's
mean, you
really
saw
tough
me in
for me.
Twitch chat as soon as we lost. It was GG, good night, and I
Yeah,
left it.
yeah.
I
I
wear my heart on my sleeve in baseball.
Majors
Sim
World
League or
Series
not.
Majors World Series is going to be tough because I feel like Boise has the momentum, uh, but Detroit should have like on paper the better team, but they seem to be struggling specifically on offense against Seattle in that last series. So I don't know. It could be tough. That being said, Seattle has great pitching, but Boise also has fairly good pitching. You know, they got Tom Riddle and DRJ, who have been some of the better pitchers in the Legends Conference this season. So it's gonna
They
be
also, I think it's the
interesting.
bullpen for Boise that really makes the difference there. They
It's
have
true.
Shigano and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who had, I think they posted stellar stats in the regular season, and they've been shut down pretty much all season. So I think the bullpen for Boise is pretty much the difference maker there. They almost don't have a weak link in their bullpen. I mean, Detroit. To be fair, I think the offense goes to Detroit in that regard. They have the better offense on paper, But I think when it comes down to it, I mean, World Series are almost always won by bullpens, and I think Boise has it. So that's my prediction, and there's my reasoning for it.
It'll be an interesting series nonetheless. Jab says, ask the booth just a day or two left to apply for casino job positions. That's not a question, but I will advertise it anyway. Casino job positions. Apply if you need a job. Let's see. Who else? Who wins Tahini says gold. I'll say Voyagers just because
Vandals.
I said You said Vandals. Vandals
Yep.
have historically not done well at all in the Tahini. I'm gonna say Voyagers just because I said Voyagers would win the World Series and they didn't very
I
clearly.
think I have. I think my
Um,
ending is Vancouver and Nashville in the championship.
ooh, that could be an interesting matchup.
It could be, and I have Vancouver winning it. So,
The team with AJ versus TJ's team.
yep,
uh,
AJ and TJ.
let's see.
I'm just a glutton for punishment, man. I just really asked to be let down.
Let's see. Hopefully, no one mentions who's streaming for the majors. I won't, but I think someone already did at some point. Poe applied, nice, great stream tonight. Thank you, Van. Uh,
Hi, Van.
but so I won't say because DRJ doesn't want me to say for some reason. I don't know why. But DRJ doesn't want me to say who's streaming. But I will say what time the streams are scheduled for. Miners World Series on Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
Me
yeah,
and Bauer.
well, I wasn't gonna say who, but okay, now you can say who, I guess. Bauer and
Oh yeah,
Scud will be doing the Miners World Series, 1 p.m.
Bedlow stream for the World Series. Let's go.
1 p.m. Eastern for the Miners World Series. That will be the Dillos versus the Firehawks. And then the Majors World Series that night, I believe LBG popped in and said 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not positive on that. Might have said 7 p.m. LBG, if you're still here, let me know if it was 7 or 6 p.m. Uh,
DRJ's serious about the spoiling thing. He can yell at me.
what's up?
I said if DRJ was serious about the don't spoil it, then he can yell at me.
Okay. I don't know why he's saying don't say it. He's just trying to bring in viewership. Um, but yeah,
I,
so
I think
Myers.
he's co-hosting the Majors World Series, so that's probably why.
We'll just go ahead and say it outright.
Oh yeah, there's no spoilers.
Said not to spoil it. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I was just
I'm gonna
sitting
have
here.
an angry DM after I get out of this call.
I was just sitting here saying nothing.
I was just sitting here minding my
Nothing.
own beeswax.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Any other questions from the chat? Let me do
Oh
my
no.
thank yous real quick while they're typing it up. Thank you to the mod team for doing all the prediction stuff and for moderating. Thank you to um, the chat for sticking around to this point. Much appreciated for the watching. And thank you to Scud for co-hosting tonight.
No problem. Guess who joined the call?
Is that I didn't even get the Discord
It's
notification because I'm on streamer
oh, I
mode,
heard it
but
and I was like, uh oh,
I
someone
see you in the
joined.
chat. You're muted, DRJ. Did you want to say
I
anything
think
or?
I think he's waiting.
Like,
He's
he's
waiting
not.
for the stream to end and then he's gonna curse me. We'll see. If you're
How
gonna do
cool?
it, make it COC worthy.
How cool? Muted again. How cool is it that two Bears alumni will do battle as GMs in the World Series? Pretty cool. We got Jabs versus Plague.
Wait, what?
As wait,
Wait,
what?
what?
Not Jabs versus Plague. What am I? Two Bears alumni. Who am I thinking of? My
Uh,
brain just melted for a second there. I'm like, Jabs and
We're
Plague
not
was the
thinking
semifinals. What am I talking about? What's up?
Gordo and
uh,
Jazz.
oh,
Gordon Jabs. Okay. Thank you. My brain just melted
oh,
out of my ear. It's happening again. It happened last time with the semifinals stream. Okay.
oh.
Best defensive first baseman all time in the PBE.
Who would it be?
Sailor Twit. I don't know.
Uh,
I guess it was is,
is it Toby McMuffin
Toby McMuffin. Toby McMuffin didn't
or
play first
Toby
base.
Muffin?
What he did?
Oh, I don't know.
uh,
Shout out DG.
um, Shooty McLish has a um,
Ooh,
pretty good zone rating for defensive fielding at first base. I think it might be Shooty McLish. I think that might be what Juos is going for. Is a former sloth as well. How
The
cool is
first
it?
base with the most awards for a Gold Glove winner is Luongo with 4.
at
Oh,
first base. Wow.
Vishy asks, how cool is it that 3 out of the 4 of the final teams in the majors are Bears? I'm assuming that means have Bears alumni. 3 out of the 4 of the final teams in the majors. I'm assuming that means Detroit with Plague.
And him, he's a
Ja,
bear as well. Vader
okay,
Page is a
that's true.
bear as
Yeah,
well.
Detroit and Vader Page. Yeah, Vishy.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon, Kit Catcher.
Kit
Did
Catcher
the
was a
Sloths
bear.
have no former Bears? Did the Sloths not have?
Sloss aren't in it. It's Boise.
Right, but the final 4 teams. He was saying three
Oh,
out of the
Final
four
Four.
teams.
Oh,
Did the Sloths not have a former Bear on their team, or a
no,
a
one
future
night.
Sloth as a Bear? I don't know.
If they have a bear, then it's an S24 or an S26. I don't know.
Coffee does not have a better career CR, at least according to the index. Shooty McLish has 24.6. Coffee has 24.5. Very close though.
Hmm.
I think Drew also was saying in comparison to
Ah,
Lulongo. Actually, my bad.
gotcha.
Which Lulongo is 13th in ZR for first baseman. Are the
Hmm.
Scorpions more arrogant or more unlikable?
That a mean question.
I'm not going to answer that. Well, it's coming from a Scorpion, so it's fair enough.
Oh,
Um,
yes. The answer is yes.
uh,
Is that shirt still on the site? The arrogant and unlikable.
I would assume so.
Kind of want to buy that.
I wonder if the new PBE store is gonna have a Punish Vandal shirt.
I actually did put that suggestion
Yeah,
in,
did you?
and I think Blood Monkey said that if they would probably design it and put it out there. And I was like, okay, cool. So I guess we're opening the floodgates to where if you have a team meme, then you can make a shirt out of it.
I'd buy it. I
I'd buy it too.
to be fair, I'd also buy like a Victor Vandal shirt. Like if you just had like the little Victor Vandal icon, just like smack dab in the middle of a shirt, I'd buy that.
I'd buy Punch Vandal's coffee mug.
I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't. But all right, playoff coverage real quick. Index.
Blasphemy.
Well, actually, let me finish the.
Series MVPs, don't forget.
Yup, I was
Yep.
just about to show that, but I need to do the. I'm going to start the second phase of the upload real quick before we do that.
DRJ,
Where's
you
this
trying to
one?
squeeze in co-host pay out of this?
Kristov Kripakrisov will be your series MVP for the Sea Serpents versus the Detroit Demons. Kripakrisov had a 455 average, 10 for 22 on the series with 1 home run and 2 RBI.
Makes sense to me.
On the side of the Boise Raptors and San Antonio Sloths, Stubby McGuire will be your series MVP, going 5 for 18 with 2 home runs and 2 RBI
Yeah,
on the
DRJ
season
with a
series.
3 ERA. Yeah, that's terrible. 0-1 too. Jeez. Boo.
Stop fighting. Moving on. Tunch Denstra, the series MVP for the Firehawks and the Ranas. Tunch Denstra,
Nice.
7 for 22 with a 318 average. 2 RBIs knocked in, 375 OBP. That is impressive, 375 OBP. And on the side of the Bruce City Bears and the Dillos, Lalo Salamanca, the center fielder, will be your series MVP. I don't think that's too much of a surprise. 7 for
No.
15. Cali Alvarez had a great set too, though, 7 for 16 with 5 RBI. So argument could be made
Gee.
for both. But Lalo Salamanca will get the series MVP. So congratulations to your series MVPs, and congrats to the Demons, the Raptors, the Dillos, and the Firehawks for advancing to their respective World Series. We will see those both on Saturday. The minors in the afternoon, majors in the evening. Please tune in for both of them. But that should be about it. Index should be uploaded by now. I'm just going to double
Ooh.
check. And it is. Index has been updated. So go enjoy the index, I guess. But
Go
thank you
enjoy
once
reading
again,
the
chat,
index.
for sticking around and for watching. Index is updated, and the link publish, and we are all set. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you once again to Scud for co-hosting.
Oh, no problem.
And
Yeah, loved it.
yeah, hope to see you
Yeah.
all in chat on Saturday for the World Series. So have a good
Yeah, what
rest of
is
your
the
week, everyone.
plural form of series?
I think I just created it. World Series.
Series is.
Yes, series. Have a good
Ah,
rest of your week, everyone. Bye.
happy Friday.